Hello future CAs, welcome to CA Inter Law Marathon for May and September 2025 exams. Now before I begin explaining what you can expect from these marathons, I would like to take a moment and thank every single student, because if you search on YouTube CA Inter Law Marathon, in the top 5 our video will definitely be there from the previous attempts where we had 1.2 lakh views for September and Jan combined. So I'm very thankful because many students just watched that and cleared the exams. Now you may be asking me, sir, is that marathon not relevant now? I will say it is still very much relevant. Let me explain what we have done now in the current marathon compared to the previous one. Now, before I get to that, I just want to tell you an important quote, guys. It does not matter if you studied for 6 months, 9 months, doesn't matter. What matters is, are you able to recollect and present in those 3 hours? That is all that matters, guys, because examiner does not know how long you studied. He will evaluate you based on how you can recollect and present in those 3 hours, and all the effort you are putting is to give your best in those 3 hours. For that only, if you see, for law we have 4 type of lectures, guys. I want to bring clarity to you on that. First is the regular 100 hours detailed law recording for those who need full-fledged conceptual understanding. Next, I'm sure that not many people will need regular now. If you have already watched whichever regular, doesn't matter. I know your focus is on marathon now. But this time recently we have launched something called Wow Batch. I think one of the finest creation that I've ever done in law, guys. In 50 hours we have finished the entire law, because I've realized students do not have time to sit and watch 100 hours, especially with 3 attempts. So in 50 hours Wow Batch, students can study from scratch and complete the full law, guys. In that, concepts is just for 34 hours and workout is for 16 hours. So what is this workout? We have a separate material called workout material. This is freely available. I will show you where to get that in some time. 440 plus pages. Chapter wise there are about 30 to 40 questions for each chapter. Question answer based on presentation. We have all of that over here, guys. Next, so this is the Wow Batch. If somebody still thinks I'm going to start off now, sir, I can invest 50 hours in law, this is the class to watch. If you are starting from scratch, this 50 hours is enough. Now coming to the marathon, I mean, you have clicked on this video because you want to watch this marathon. The previous marathon that I was talking about is for 11 hours approximately, correct? So in this marathon, what I have done, you can still watch that previous marathon which has 120,000 views, guys. Very much relevant. All I have done is I have taken that same marathon and added some more content which was missing in that. Especially in Companies Act, a few topics were missing. Because it's a marathon, we couldn't cover everything, so I wanted to add everything, and this time I'm giving you marathon for 16 hours, categorizing into 2 parts. Part A for 12 hours, part B for 4 hours. So what is there in each of these parts? You can see in this same intro will be given for both the part videos, guys. Only the title you can see the difference. Part A is going to be Companies Act only. Full Companies Act along with foreign companies, along with timestamps will be given. This will be for 12 hours detailed lecture, guys. Part B is going to be your other laws as per new syllabus. It will be for around 4 hours of marathon, guys. iOS, General Clause Act, LLP and FEMA. These 4 topics in the same order I will be giving you in other laws. So this time, instead of just having one video, I'm giving you 2 separate videos, one for Companies Act and one for your other laws, guys. Okay. Now this is the marathon I was talking about. I am also working on another amazing marathon which I will be posting only 10 days before exam, guys. 10-15 days. I call that the Gen Z marathon. The biggest challenge students have is day before exam, sir, I want to revise the whole syllabus. I don't have 16 hours because I also have to study. So full 100 marks, guys. The full 100 marks I will be revising in 360 minutes. 360 minutes, 6 hours, 100 marks using a separate Gen Z material which will also be given to you for free. That will be another marathon, and this 100% freshly I will be recording only now, that you will be getting for your both May and September exam. My sincere and honest suggestion will be, if you have not taken our paid classes, leave the regular and wow workout. At least this marathon of 16 hours, watch it fully, and then later close to the exam, watch just Gen Z marathon also, and that itself will cover everything for you in law, guys. If you need workout, you can go to workout additionally. I will talk about that in some time. Now, sir, what are the other key resources that you have? I want you to watch this carefully before you go to the marathon, guys. Section number capsules. So basically, for those students who want to revise section numbers, you just have to go to the CACS Karthik Manikonda YouTube and go to section numbers capsule. Each chapter wise, guys, I have given over here. Okay, section number capsule revision is there for all sections that you can see over here. And also, next, last day resources, sir, certified copies of All India Rank 1 and few other quick revision videos also we have over here in last minute exam resources, guys. Look at this. This is an amazing playlist. How to quickly revise, for example, meetings chapter in 5 minutes, common silly mistakes to avoid, then all the law limits in 5 minutes, then how to improve your presentation. I have a 40 minutes video over here. This full playlist, if you watch itself, after the marathon, you will get amazing insight. Basically, this last minute exam resources, this entire playlist will be put together for only about 2 hours, guys. Each video you mandatory have to watch. Believe me, we take the actual feedback of students and work on the presentation over here. Last. So I'm done with this last day resources. Materials. Sir, in all the classes, whether it is going to be the Gen Z marathon or the 16 hours marathon or this workout, sir, where can I get the material? All you have to do is go to the CA Classroom website, go to free resources section, and here we have it for all subjects, but here you specifically go for corporate law, and here I have the main material, Gen Z, workout, and all other materials are available over here. Okay. And lastly, sir, you have covered everything, sir. What about MCQ? What about MCQ for all of you? Free 200 plus case study MCQ also is there for all of you, guys, as per ICAI standards. For this, all you have to do is go to Dira Test website. If you want mock test for law, you can just take mock test at 150 per subject. That is available over there. But go to the free MCQ and go to CA Inter. We have it for all 6 subjects, guys. We have it for all the 6 subjects. If you look at this, if you go into corporate law over here, in corporate law we have 8 sets of papers, each as per ICAI standards, guys. Each is going to be for only 30 marks. Look at this, it's going to be for 30 marks, 15 questions. You can time every question. Try this out as well. So these are other key resources that I want you guys to make a note of, guys. Very, very important. Now coming to this WOW batch alone, sir, I think I need a little more detailed understanding. 50 hours, I can guarantee you will get 60 plus in law. If at all you want that workout of law alone, now that we are very close to exams, for law, for just 1,999, you will get access until your exams, guys, where you will get access to the entire regular plus workout batch classes. Of course, you don't have to watch the full 150 hours. Regular access is given for some topics if you want detail, but mainly this WOW batch of 50 hours, if at all you need that you can just pay 1,999 and get it on the CA Classroom website. Where can you get that? All you have to do is go to the website, and then here if you want the entire group, you can take the entire group over here, guys. Just 150 hours per group. If you want individual subjects is available here for all the 6 subjects. So this is some prerequisites and basic details I wanted to tell you about the marathon, guys. So go ahead, enjoy the marathon, watch the class, let me know in the comments whatever you need, and also ensure you watch Gen Z marathon when we upload it close to the exams, guys. Lot will keep coming, so stay tuned to the page where we'll keep updating. Now let's move on to the marathon and enjoy the lectures. Basically tells us why and how you should read a law. I will do this with the book. How and why you should read a law. Very easy to score. This part is classified into 3. Rules of interpretation. What are the basic rules of interpretation? Then aids. What's going to help me in understanding a law? And interpretation of deeds and documents, which is important for November 23. They haven't asked for a while. What are rules? When you read a law, you will get some doubt how to deal with these doubts. For example, rule of literal construction. Rule of literal construction says whatever is clearly given in the law, try to understand in that. For example, in Companies Act we see AGM should be held within 6 months from end of financial year. Is there any doubt in that? Is the wordings clear? Then follow that. Rule of literal interpretation says when something is very clear, meaning, what do you mean by very clear? Literally, it must be understood. Construed means understood literally and grammatically in their ordinary and natural meaning. Do not deviate when the law is clear. Now, sir, what do you mean by interpretation of statutes versus construction of statutes? Now, interpretation versus construction. Can someone tell the difference? In simple, the law starts with that. Interpretation is what you are understanding. No. Interpretation is what I want you to understand. I wrote something with an intention. What was my intention when I wrote the law? Interpretation. What did you understand? Construction. How many times you send a message to a friend? You wanted to communicate something. What is your thought? They understood something else. Construction. Correct, guys? Fine. Now we'll come back to subject. Both should be same. That means if I drafted the law well, what I wanted to communicate and what your understanding will be the same. So if I wrote the law well, my interpretation of what I wanted it to be and what you read is the same. For example, AGM should be held within 6 months from end of financial year. My intention is AGM should be held within 6 months from end of financial year. Is that what you also understood? Yes. So interpretation is same as construction. That the rule 1 says when the law is clear grammatically, if there is no ambiguity, then follow what the law says. This chapter in exam, they will not ask you concepts. They won't ask you case studies. What is rule of literal interpretation? Write from the book with the keywords. In simple, I will say, court will try to understand words in their ordinary meaning and grammatical meaning if there is no ambiguity or doubt. Next, in Income Tax Act, there is a provision. I will give a lot of examples over here and then proceed quickly. Okay. In Income Tax Act, they say, if you receive any gift on occasion of marriage, taxes exempt. Correct? Reading this, now Charan got excited and he got married 5 times. Now he's saying gifts which I received 5 times is exempt. Mohit also is saying. What interpretation? Good. Now follow, guys. Is this what the lawmaker wanted to intend? Is this what the lawmaker wanted to intend, guys? No. Lawmaker did not want to intend this. Lawmaker wanted to intend one time get married exempt. Fine. Mohit said, sir, I am getting married only once. But in my marriage, the gift I am going to receive is 200 crores. All the black money I am going to convert to white today. Are you following? Is that the intention of lawmaker? No. So whenever when you read a law, if there is confusion, ambiguity, this or that law is not clear, then the second rule, rule of reasonable construction or golden rule of construction. When it is capable of two constructions. Now, in the Charan example, marriage, you can think like 5 times I get married also exempt, or 1 time I get married only exempt. Which is reasonable? What is the intention of lawmaker? So the rule says when you have 2 or more constructions meaning from same thing, the lawmaker says the court, when the grammatical interpretation leads to certain absurdity, it is permissible to depart from there and interpret in the manner so as to avoid the absurdity. This departure from grammatical construction is permissible only to the extent it avoids such absurdity. Court can deviate to give the benefit of doubt to what was the intention of the lawmaker. Are you following, guys? So this rule of reasonable construction of golden construction says you are allowed to deviate. Are you following, guys? So we are done with rule of reasonable and literal construction. Are you following? In AGM chapter, we saw AGM should be held within 6 months from end of financial year, minimum 1 in 1 calendar year, maximum time gap 15 months between 2 AGMs. Which one to follow? All should be followed. Correct? Correct. That means this is the rule of harmonious construction. So we have 3 words here. Without prejudice, then notwithstanding, subject to. What is the meaning of this? Let's say I am saying after law marathon gets over, I will start accounts marathon, or somebody else will take accounts marathon. Now, without the prejudice means accounts marathon. Let's say, for example, assume today 7 p.m. we have scheduled accounts class. Now the time is 5 p.m. Now if I say accounts class will start at 7 p.m. without prejudice, without affecting law class, that means accounts will start at 7 without affecting the current class. If they say accounts class will start subject to law class, then accounts will start at 7 only if law class gets over at 7. If I use the word notwithstanding, whether law is over or not, I will start accounts at without affecting means I will start at 7 if law gets over by 7. Otherwise, I will start at 8 or tomorrow when law gets over. Are you following? So throughout the law, you will be seeing many words like this. Subject to, notwithstanding, without prejudice. That means without affecting. Subject to means the later will prevail over the former. So here law class will prevail over accounts. Law gets over, then only accounts. Notwithstanding means accounts will override law. Are you following? It's called non-obstante clause. This one, both will operate in addition to each other. We will try to follow both without affecting each other. So subject to Subject to accounts will get over, subject to law getting over. Are you following, guys? So what they're trying to say in harmonious construction, try to follow everything. If there is conflict between multiple sections, follow everything. That's it. That is the rule of harmonious construction. Next, let's take Hayden's rule. In earlier income tax, we had a provision in 54 EC, capital gains, that whenever you sell an asset and you make a capital gain, if you invest that money up to 50 lakhs in NHAI bonds within, that money is exempt. Earlier the law used to be like that, invest within 6 months. So what people used to do, they will sell in December, invest in Feb, and again invest in April. In Feb they used to invest 50 lakhs, in April they used to invest 50 lakhs, and they'll tell it's only within 6 months in one financial year, so I'm investing in 2 financial years. So they used to claim 1 crore benefit. It was a loophole before, not now. Then the lawmaker realized this and he amended 54 EC to saying you can claim this only in one financial year. Only once. That was important in 54 EC. Before that, once was not there. They used to say one financial year. So I used to claim in both financial years. So Hayden's rule, or known as mischief rule. Mischief is basically loophole in law. So whenever there is a loophole in law, you should remember these 4 things. What is the law before making the act? What was the defect, mischief in earlier law? Mischief, loophole. How does the parliament seek to cure that mischief? What are the three reasons for remedy? Are you following, guys? Clear? Clear? This is called Hayden's rule. Hayden's rule court is saying, I will try to understand this law came to defeat some, loopholes. That's called mischief. Did it actually able to do that or not? Are you following, guys? That is mischief rule. Exam, you have to write what is Hayden's or mischief rule. I am teaching you in marathon what is what. You should take the effort of going and reading, because now you understood the concept, memorizing these 4 points. You can't memorize the whole para. Keywords, write in own words. Then next one. Rule of beneficial construction is same as reasonable construction. Our study mat has that separately, but beneficial construction means benefit to a section of the society of people. If any law is for any people, relief or protects the benefits for some section of people. That's it. Next is rule of adjustum generis. If I write tiger, lion, cheetah and other animals, does it include cat? Why? It is a wild, these are wild animals, this is a domestic animal, correct? So, just because it's other animals, it will not become every animal. When some general word, other animals, general word follows a few specific words, the general word will take the nature of the specific word. That's the rule of adjustum generis. Are you following? So when I can apply this rule, statue contains enumeration of specific words, multiple specific words, lion, tiger, cheetah. The subject of enumeration constitutes a class of wild animals. The class is not exhausted by enumeration. I didn't write all the wild animals here, I wrote only few. General terms follow enumeration, and there is no other intention. Law is not trying to communicate anything else. Important for exam, exception, when the rule is not applicable. If I write animals and other animals, both are general words. Rule applicable only if general word follows specific words. Here I am writing both are general, correct? So rule is not applicable. So if preceding is general and succeeding also is general, where the particular words exhaust the whole genus. That means what? No more words. If there are totally 1200 animals, I wrote all the names. Then I'm writing other animals. What other animals? You are? No. Are you following? New species if it comes. But as of now, it's there? No. Following, guys. Clear? Suddenly, unless someone dog bites, he became like an animal. Then, so exhausting the whole species. Then, where the specific objects enumerated are diverse in character. Specific, I'm trying to what to say, cover all the like wild animals and sea animals and birds, animals that can fly, reptiles and other animals. What other animals? My specific words is covering all the class. Following, guys. Sometimes law will tell, don't use this rule, then I can't use this rule. That's what they're saying. Where there's an express intention of legislature that a general term shall not be read using the principle of adjustum generis. Adjustum generis means general word following specific words. This was tested in a recent attempt. Which one? May. Recent, last 2-3 attempts it was tested. Now, this exceptional construction becomes very important for November 23. Are you following, guys? November 23 it's important because they haven't tested for a long time. Sir, I'm going to skip interpretation of statutes. At least read this and go. Fine. Clear, guys? Now, what is exceptional construction? Some and or may shall. And means what? Joining two words. Follow both. Or means this or that, you know. May means it's optional, directive in nature. Shall is mandatory, obligation. But we are not reading that. Rule is called rule of exceptional construction. That means in some cases and will be read as or, in some case or read as and, may read as shall and shall read as may. Are you following? For example, in section 127, they are saying liable for imprisonment up to 2 years and penalty of rupees 1000 per day. I paid dividend on 33rd day. How many days default? So for 3 days I paid 3000 penalty. I am paying 18% interest. Imprisonment up to 2 years. What is the law? Imprisonment up to 2 years and penalty. If the word and is used there, can I imprison you for 3 days delay? So and will be read as based on situation. Are you following? I am giving you example. So in this question, what is important to remember for exam, sir? I understood concept. When will may be read as shall? When will shall be read as may? Sometimes they will say the tribunal shall respond within. It is what? May. Are you following, guys? So whenever shall is used against the government, it will be treated as. So this is important. This is what I want you to remember. For example, when will may be read as shall? When will shall be read as may? Look at shall. Shall will be read as may when it's used against the government or the intention of legislature so demands, or while giving a mandatory interpretation would result in absurd results. You shall respond within 48 hours. Sometimes practically not possible. COVID came. Notice shall be sent 21 days before AGM. COVID came. I am not able to hold AGM. Are you following, guys? These three you have to remember. When may is read as shall, where the subject involves discretion coupled with an obligation. Auditor may attend the AGM, but it's an obligation to attend. So there may is read as shall. Where the word may has been used in statute as a matter of pure time pass, I used may. Intention is shall. Conventional courtesy for formality I used. Don't raise formality. Pure conventional courtesy. Using may as directive provision might defeat the object of the act. For example, 62 subsection 4, government may convert the loan to equity and increase the authorized capital. But if I don't do that, public will be affected. So may will be used as shall. These 6 points please memorize. Important for November 23. Haven't asked in a long time. Clear? Next set of 2 rules. Fine. Fine. Follow guys. These 2 rules I'll quickly explain. Nos sectare sources and contemporary exposito. Very simple. When I use the word plant and machinery, can I say plant means rose plant? It's what? Equipment. Correct? So, when 2 words are used together, don't give them individual meaning. Read them together. This rule is also called rule of associated words. When 2 or more words are used together, they have to be understood in their cognate sense. Read them together. Are you following guys? That's what is there here. When 2 words are associated with each other, read them together. In other laws, down I will give one small circle in simple words what to write. Are you following? That helps us a lot. Clear? Next, this doctrine of contemporary exposito. How many times have you seen in law penalty will be very small? In foundation, raced horse 500 rupees. Then Price and Competition Act 1000 rupees. If you are not a CA and if you tell people you are a CA, penalty is 1000 rupees. If you are not a CA and if you sign as a CA, penalty is 1000 rupees. Because when the law was made in 1949 for CA Act, 1000 was a big amount. When Contract Act was made in 1872, 500 is a. So they are saying, try to read the law at the time when the law was made. So you will understand better. But today, it's not 1000. Amended. ICA finally amended in 2021 that if you not a CA but if you act like a CA, penalty is 10 lakhs. Are you following guys? So I'm clarifying. First I told you before amendment. Now they have amended it. Following guys. So now if you are not a CA and tell you are a CA and sign, how much? 10 lakhs. Clear guys? So that is what they are saying. Try to understand the law at the time when it was passed. So with this, we are done with what guys? All the rules. Rules of interpretation is done. This small dabbas is what I wrote for you to easily understand. Clear guys? Now we have to go for aids of interpretation. But before that, let me go for interpretation of deeds and documents, which is again important for November 23. Following guys. Hello. Yes. Interpretation of deeds and documents has 3 parts. Golden rules, elementary rule, conflict resolution. Following guys? Able to follow? Let me explain. For example, I'm going to give examples fully in other laws. Let's say, next to Sandhya, your name? Sneha. Sneha, let's say, after finishing CA, she shifted to Mumbai for work. So she wanted to go and stay in a new apartment. She found an apartment where the rent is 50K per month, Mumbai expenses, so she signed up. To make the rental agreement, she wanted to go for some service. There was some CS or CA who said, I will do or advocate, gave rental agreement. Let's say Sandhya is doing the rental agreement for her. Sandhya, when she doing rental agreement, what she wrote rupees 50,000. No, she wrote in words, she wrote 50,000, but amount by mistake she wrote 5 lakhs and she signed the agreement. Owner also signed it. Now after first month rent, Sneha paid 50K as rent. Landlord is saying, hello ma'am, 5 lakhs. Then she's saying, why should I pay 5 lakhs? She calls Sandhya. Sandhya is like, oh, I didn't know, I'm sorry. But now owner is saying, pay 5 lakhs or leave the house. Sneha is new to Mumbai. She can use golden rule of interpreting deeds. Whatever rules I told so far are for interpreting law. Deeds and documents are what people enter among ourselves. You are joining a class. They will tell fill application form and sign terms and conditions. You are going to a movie. They give you a ticket with terms and conditions. How to interpret those deeds and documents. Company website will have terms and conditions, all of that. Golden rule says, read the document as a whole. Read the document as a whole. Here main thing they are saying, refer to the experience and training of the parties who have drafted that document. Who drafted? Sandhya. She is doing articleship in advocate firm. She is the first document she drafted and gave Sneha. So she made mistake. Don't give importance to her experience. Court is saying, no, you can't take it as 5 lakhs. Read the document as a whole. One place 50K, one place 5 lakhs. Square feet, 800 square feet apartment she is saying, staying single bedroom apartment. Why should she pay 5 lakhs rent? Read the document as a whole. The circumstance in which particular words are used to be considered. And then court will say, sorry, she doesn't have to pay 5 lakhs, 50K is enough. Are you understanding, guys? Clear? Next is elementary rule. Sandhya drafted in the rental agreement. You should not keep plants near plant and machinery. The meaning of this plant and this plant, is it the same? No. Now read the rule. That the same word cannot have two different meanings in the same document unless the context compels such an adoption. So here, even though plant is different, here the meaning is different because the context compels for the same. But everywhere else, wherever she used the word plant and machinery in the document, will have the same meaning. Are you following, guys? Clear? Hello? Now next, in the rental agreement, the owner told, no friends allowed in the house. So, in first page, Sandhya wrote, in the apartment, no friends are allowed to come home. In the third page, she wrote, friends can come home. Are you following? So, a document where first page is telling, friends cannot come home. Third page is saying, friends can come home. Conflicting provisions within the same document. What to do? Which one to follow? First page or third page? Law says, now this entire document is drafted on the same day. They are saying whenever there is a conflict, try to solve the conflict. Same thing in life. Whenever there is a problem, try to solve the problem. That's what this rule says. If you are unable to solve the problem, whatever is read first applies. Because this is what I read first and signed. Are you following, guys? So, if there is a conflict, document is in conflict with another part, then the earlier part will prevail over the later part. Are you following, guys? Hello? This is interpretation of deeds and documents, golden rule, elementary rule, conflict resolution. Either any one can come, or if they ask in exam, what do you mean by interpretation of deeds and document? Write all the three for 4 marks. Clear, guys? With the same logic, let's say we have Indian Contract Act 18, Sale of Goods Act 39 now, 30. Okay. Now, these two acts have a conflict. They have a conflict. Let's say regarding something, same transaction, both acts are saying different. Which one to follow? This only came first, Contract Act. This came next. Which one to follow? How many of you Sale of Goods Act? Next, GST came in 2016, 17. Now, GST has something else. Sale of Goods Act has something else. Which to follow? GST. When it comes to law, first is not first. Latest act will override the earlier law. Logic is, when I wrote Sale of Goods Act, I knew about Indian Contract Act. When I wrote GST Act, I knew about Sale of Goods Act. Are you following, guys? Clear? That's why I gave in the same page. If you see here, same page I wrote. If it's interpretation of deeds and documents, earlier will prevail over later. But if it is for law, then later, where is that? Later act may be used to interpret the earlier act. New law and hence can be made for non-constitutional unrepealed part. Earlier and later acts. In later acts, look at this. Yeah, this is it. Refer to the act that is enacted at a later date. Opposite. Are you understanding? Logic is simple. For act, there are many years different. So I know what happened in the past. But deeds, it's all written on the same day, belonging to the same document. Are you following, guys? Important area. These two are important. Clear? Now next, let me go for internal and external aids. How this will come in exam. Follow. I will do this quickly in a different way. Follow. I think it's not scrolling this, but I'll manage. Fine. Follow. I hope you can see this. Internal aids and external aids means internal aids help things within the law, which can help me understand the law. External aids means things outside the law, which can help me understand the law better. So, for example, if I take historical setting, if I take this external aid of historical setting, let me take the act, Nirbhaya Act, says a juvenile will be hanged to death if he commits the crime. Now, if somebody in 2050 is reading this law after 50 years, he will think, why are you hanging a juvenile for 15 years? Nobody, that time people will not know what happened when the Nirbhaya incident happened. Whole country went into a protest. So that was the reason for the act. Understand the history and the importance why the law was made while you are interpreting the law. Tomorrow if some other juvenile, some case happens, you can't tell leave him go. Understand the act now came in because of an incident. Are you following, guys? Clear? Like that, internal aids, what's within the law which I can use for understanding. This how they will ask in exam. Don't mug up internal or external aids. He will ask, what is preamble? 4 marks, 3 marks. What is illustration? 3 marks. We are going to see whether I can use this to interpret the section or not. Okay. Let me finish external aids first. Already we finished this earlier and later. Just now I showed you earlier and later. Later will prevail over earlier. Always first try to solve both. If you are not able to solve, later prevails over earlier. Next, can I use foreign decisions in understanding Indian law? Hello? Solomon versus Solomon. So what the provision is saying, first see if for this case, is there an Indian law? Yes, there is an Indian law. Then follow the Indian case law. If there is no Indian case law, then follow the foreign case law. Are you following, guys? Clear? Dictionary definition. Can I use dictionary, Oxford Dictionary, to understand law? First see if the term is defined in the Act, in section 2. Otherwise, next check General Clause Act. If it's not defined anywhere, for general words, I can use what? Dictionary definitions. Following, guys. Next, consolidating statutes of previous and earlier laws. GST came, VAT, service tax went, and it became GST. So consolidating statutes in previous laws means try to understand why GST came. It came to merge other laws. Clear? Usage. This is basically in Foundation Sale of Goods Act, trade usage. Xerox means what? It's a company name. But today nobody, you know also, we still use the word Xerox. Xerox means taking photocopy. Correct? Fridge is what? Refrigerator. But fridge is the name of the company. Yes, fridge was the name of the first company which launched the refrigerator. But still we use what? Fridge. So they are saying sometimes if law says this, but the public trade usage believes something else for a particular situation, and this something else is being followed for many years, then this will override the law. Are you following, guys? Usage means trade usage. How is this law being used by public in general? Are you following, guys? Clear? So with this we are done with what? External aids. Internal aids, simple. Long title, preamble, heading, first three. Can I use that to understand section? Can I use that to understand section? If there is a doubt in section, you can use that to interpret the section. But it cannot change the meaning or it cannot override the section. Title, Companies Act. If you have a doubt in provision, you can understand this section is for the Companies Act. Are you following, guys? Preamble. What is preamble? Object, purpose of the act. So when you're reading an act, if you have a doubt in interpretation, refer to preamble to understand the object of the act. But preamble cannot override the act. Preamble cannot override the section. But it can be used to understand the section. Headings. Every chapter has a heading. Private placement, heading. Can I use heading to understand the section? Yes. But it cannot override the section or the act. Marginal notes is the only thing which cannot be used for interpretation. What is it, guys? Marginal notes is the only thing that cannot be used for interpretation. Why? Marginal notes in act are in the side like a reference notes, which is how a law is passed. Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, President will sign. That only is Parliament. Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. Then President will sign. That only law is passed. After law is passed, I add some notes. That's called marginal notes. So it never went through process of approval. So marginal notes cannot be used for interpretation. Following, guys. Hello. Definition sections. Yes, it's used to understand the definition. Under definition section, we have something called ambiguous definition or ambiguous definition. Whenever there's confusion in a definition, take the meaning giving importance to the context where it is used. Are you following, guys? Then illustration. In many acts, they give examples. Especially Contract Act, Sale of Goods Act, full of examples. So, if the section is there and then there is an Can the illustration override the section? No. Can the illustration increase the scope of section? No. Illustration can be used only to better understand the section. It cannot widen or narrow down the scope of the section. That is illustration. Following, guys, these are the points that will be given. Proviso, you all know. In proviso, they will give you what is proviso, what is exception. Proviso means not applicable for everybody. Not applicable for everybody. Exception means for that class of people, it's not applicable. Are you following, guys? Schedules, you all know. Companies Act Schedule 7, CSR. Companies Act Schedule 3, format of balance sheet. Will that override the section? It should be read along with the section. In conclusion, nothing can override the section. Read the statute as a whole. Read the whole statute as a whole. Don't read 20 sections of Sale of Goods Act and tell, I have no Sale of Goods Act, I am done. Read all the 64 Act sections and then make your conclusions. Harmonious conclusion, interpretation. Are you following, guys? With this, interpretation of statutes comes to an end. I told you what's important, what's not important. Following, guys, understanding. See, in real class, I spend 2.5 hours to 3 hours here. I show real examples, give more examples, make you write. This is what class? Marathon. So I'm going to be extremely fast. Clear? If anybody watching wants detailed videos, I'll give description link. You can go watch if you have the time still. Okay. Following, guys. Clear? Next we will move to General Clause Act. The act that you always skip. Follow, guys. General Clause Act, I'll exactly tell you what to read. There is a lot of things, but past exam questions. In this act, they are asking questions like case study based. We will discuss that. Follow. Now, in one exam, they asked not once, twice they asked in the last 5 attempts. What is a financial year? I'm not joking. What's the answer? April to March. 4 marks. That's it. Sorry? MTP also. MTP November 22 exam. It came in main exam twice. If you didn't study, they asked what is financial year as per General Clause Act. You will get confused. You will have written what? You will have written maybe Jan to December. You won't know. Because you will skip this act. But answer is what? April to. Like that, I'm going to cover some concepts. Okay. Fine. I would have reclassified this chapter a lot for our classroom discussion. Fine. So let me quickly go through definitions one by one. Leave the memorizing part. They are not asking memorizing. It's about concepts. This act, they are not asking direct questions. They are asking concept questions. So I'll quickly in the next 30-40 minutes get through the concepts. Are you all with me, guys? Hello. Act. Let's say Mohit wanted to murder someone. Mohit wanted to murder Santosh. Okay. Now for this, Santosh is there. Mohit has been planning for 1 week what to do. He bought a gun. Then he hired Charan. Then they have been tracking Santosh every day. Where Santosh is going. One day after class when Santosh is going home, they both caught Santosh. And Santosh pushed them like this. Now, are you following, guys? Then police arrested Mohit and Charan. Then, will they arrest? No, they found gun.
The act of kidnap includes not only the act of kidnap, but all the things that he did to do a kidnap. So act includes series of acts. Him buying the gun is also an act. Are you following, guys? That's it. Act includes what? Series of acts. Affidavit, you guys know. Read the definition. You have seen so many movies. Promise in front of court. I will tell only the truth. That one. Swearing, all of that. Clear, guys? That's it. Financial year. Came in exam twice. 4 marks question. 4 marks. I had doubt and went and checked. 3 or 4 marks. 4-mark question. What is financial year? First day of April. And what is calendar year? Jan 2. Who knows? This time we will ask you. What is calendar year as per General Clause Act? Jan 2, December. Clear, guys? Next. When does an act come into force? Today, if you just remember for 1 hour. See, even if I am doing a topic, I want to do it in detail in marathon. Okay. If you remember General Clause Act this much, see how much it comes in exam. Next. An act is passed on 1st Feb 2014. President signed on 14th Feb 2014. When is the act effective? Date of sign of president or the date mentioned in law? Which one? Date mentioned. If there is a date mentioned in the official gazette, I know you guys like 14th Feb, but what date is mentioned in the official gazette? That date only is valid. If no date is mentioned here, then act is coming into effect from the date on which president signs. Commencement many times came in RTP and MTP. So follow, guys. What they are saying, look at this. Where any date is specified in enforcement in official gazette, act will come in that date. That's it. Where no date is mentioned, then it will be on the date on which president gives his assent. That's it. Are you following? Next. Is building an immovable property? Is fish swimming in the ocean immovable property? Fish swimming in the ocean, guys. As per General Clause Act, fish is an immovable property. Apple on the tree is an immovable property. Until you pluck, it becomes a movable property. Are you following, guys? Clear? So, I want you to memorize only 3 definitions in this act. Only 3. The first one is definition of immovable property. Immovable property shall include land, benefits arising out of land, things attached to the earth, things permanently fastened to anything attached to the earth. Look at the example. Shall include land. We all know what's land. Benefits arising out of land. Tree, fish, then growing crops, apple, all of that. Things attached to earth. Plant and machinery, land and building. Things permanently fastened to anything attached to earth. Let's say for the building, I fix the window. Permanently fixed, I can't remove it. You can only break it. Are you following, guys? So this is immovable property. Memorize this definition. Recording students, pause, write 3 times and memorize. You guys, I'll make you write later. You write it, memorize definition of immovable property. Again, immovable property shall include land, benefits arising out of land, things attached to earth, things permanently fastened to anything attached to earth. That's it. Following, guys. Let's continue to the next set of definitions. Government, we studied in school. Government means has that lion, 4 lines, 3 lines means what? Each line represents that emblem, guys. Emblem, school, social studies. You remember studying 4 lines, emblem. Represents what? Executive, judiciary, legislative. 8th standard social studies. Now again it's back in General Clause Act. Government includes 3 departments: legislature, law, executive, operational, judiciary, courts. That's it. Can come in MCQ. Are you following, guys? Hello? Done. Then definition of writing. I'm focusing on important definition. Writing includes printing, lithography, photography and other modes of representing. MCQ important. Lithography means what? Printing on metals, stone. Are you following, guys? Mohit went and printed on the beach in the sand. No. Writing means lithography includes printing process that use the flat stone or a metal plate. Are you following, guys? MCQ, don't have to mug up. Clear? Can we proceed, guys? Next, what do you mean by official gazette? Many times we will keep seeing what is official gazette. Correct? Publish in official gazette. Today, if you want to give an update, where do you give update? Instagram story, Twitter, Facebook, about your life. That's it. If you want to announce to public, one story you will put. Correct? Same thing. If government wants to update something, Modi ji will come and put a tweet or put a post. We will all know. Correct? But what about in 1897? The publishing happens in official gazette, which is the official newspaper of government, which is published by Press Trust of India. What is important for MCQ? It's published weekly. It's published on a weekly basis. Gazette prints official notices from the government. It's printed by Government of India Press. That's it. MCQ he can ask. Official gazette published weekly, monthly, quarterly, half yearly. Weekly. Yes, that's it. Done, guys. Second definition I want you to read. Definition of good faith. Are you following, guys? Hello? Now, in Sale of Goods Act, we studied something called, let's say you go to a shop and buy a pen. The pen is not writing. If you go back, will he exchange? No. Let the buyer beware. You go to a supermarket, buy some mangoes. After coming home, all the mangoes are spoiled. If you go, will he exchange? He may exchange, but he doesn't have to exchange. Caveat emptor, let the buyer beware. So we studied in Sale of Goods Act many times. Whenever buyer is buying anything, you have to do an ordinary examination, reasonable examination before buying something. Correct? You have to do a reasonable examination. That is the concept of good faith, but exception, good faith is not applicable if the buyer is careless or negligent. Correct? If you are careless, who's liable? Me. But in General Clause Act, it's opposite. As per General Clause Act, if pen is not writing, you can go exchange. If mangoes are not good, you can go exchange. Buyer can be negligent. Buyer can be careless. At least tested 3 times already in last 6 attempts. Definition of good faith. A thing shall be deemed to be done in good faith, where in fact it is done honestly, whether it is done negligently or not. Are you following, guys? Memorize this definition. Second definition. Are you following, guys? So good faith and immovable property. Clear, guys? Hello? Are you following? Next. Writing in a book. Can I call it a document? Writing in the hand. Is it a document? Writing on my face. Is it a document? Charan went to IPL match. he removed his shirt, wrote CSK and he was running. Is that a document? Mohit went to the beach. In the sand he wrote something. Is that a document? As per General Clause Act, whatever you write, wherever, that becomes a document. But before that, let me finish off this page. If suddenly this time we will ask you, what is a month? Financial year. Month definition is to be reckoned as British calendar. That means what you know. Jan, Feb, March, April. Jan means 31 days. Feb means 28 days. Leave this. Income Tax Act month is 30 days. General Clause Act month is what you and I know. November means 30 days. Exam. I asked if you know. Okay. Then movable property other than immovable property. All that is done. Now come back to last definition. Sorry. Imprisonment not a big deal. Imprisonment is imprisonment as defined under Indian Penal Code and other acts. That's it. This is the definition of document, guys. I hope you can see. Document shall include the third definition I want you to memorize. That's it. What are the, see, other definitions, learn the concept. What is it? Act, official gazette, all of that. Memorize immovable property, good faith and document, but memorize and also learn the concept. Immovable property, what's the concept you know? Good faith, you know the concept. Clear? Innocently or not. Even if you do carelessly, you are having the benefit. So here look at the concept of, I will tell the concept of document. Any matter written, expressed or described upon any substance, wall, hand, face, notebook, beach, anywhere, by means of letters, figures or marks. Sir, I am using symbols, no problem, marks, or by more than one of those means. Why I wrote on the beach? To communicate something and record that, which is intended to be used or which may be used for the purpose of recording that matter. Tattoo is a document. Yes. Fine, guys. Hello, I'm not going to ask you. Tattoo, no, tattoo is a document. Following, guys. So whatever you write, anything, the projector, the screen you are able to see is a document because I wrote something. No, need not be permanent. I scribbled something. This is what? Document. By means of mark. This is my mark. Are you following, guys? For the purpose of recording that matter. Are you following, guys? Definition of document. That is the definition. Who knows? They will ask, what is, he will give a question in exam. He wrote something on the hand. Is it a document? As per General Clause Act, it's a document. Following, guys. Bit paper, it's a document. Don't do it, guys. 5 years debarred from exam. Clear, guys? Anybody thinking of copying, just think of one thing. If somebody vomits, will you drink that? That's like that. Copying, if somebody is giving, how will you copy? You will feel disgusted to copy. Okay. My English teacher told me this in school. After I stopped copying. So I'm telling you, guys. Follow, guys. Okay. Registered means registered in the law. Stamp duty, all of that. Now what I did, I have basically taken General Clause Act, full act I have classified into in the book as key provisions from the entire act. Whatever I feel is relevant and important. Act is very big. We don't have time to see the whole act. But what is the key provision? At least read this. The definition and at least read this. Look at this. I used to give provision, then simple terms. General Clause Act looks difficult in exam because we read the provision. If you read this in any legislature, it is sufficient for the purpose of excluding the first in a series or days or period. Use the word from, including the word to. It's confusing. I gave simple words. What to remember? Whole act I simplified like this in one line. In simple terms, from is used to exclude the day from which the deadline starts, and to is used to include a day on which deadline ends. If I say dividend is to, let's say, dividend is to be declared within 30 days from 15th October, will you count 15th October? No. If they use the word 30 days to 31st October, then I will include 31st October. Following us, generally we use only from. Then many times you will ask, sir, why sir? Law is so discriminatory. They are always using the word he, not using the word she. When is the law made? 1950s, 1930, 1897, in a period of discrimination. So they did that. Now they bought and they are saying, while importing the masculine gender, it will also include feminine. That's it. General Clause Act clarifies. First of all, when is General Clause Act applicable to whom? I should have started with that. When is General Clause Act applicable? It's applicable to all the central acts. SEBI, Companies Act, Income Tax Act, all the central acts, when certain terms are not defined in the General Clause Act, when certain terms are not defined in those specific acts like Companies Act, SEBI, etc., I will refer to the General Clause Act to get the meaning for the same. Are you following, guys? Hello? However, in cases where law is he includes she. But sometimes where law is specific, such an assumption cannot be made. I wrote this before. Earlier they said Karta is only eldest male member. Correct? That time can I say male includes female? Female member also is Karta? No. When law is specifically telling male member, then include only male member. But today amendment happened. Karta is the eldest member in the family, whether it's male or female. Clear, guys? Same way they are saying words in singular shall include plural. If sometimes they say previous year, it can include previous years. However, where it's used, it depends on the case where it is used. Income tax, resident, previous 7 years. You can't tell previous 70 years. When law is specific, use that. Following, guys. Next, look at this, guys. Such a big thing. Computation of time. Computation of time, guys. This we know. When a due date falls, I'm leaving this provision, leave that. Simple terms. When a due date falls on a holiday, the due date shall be deemed to be extended by 1 day or the day when authority is next. Earlier days, CA exam, no online. You have to go and register manually. COVID came, institute closed. That means you can register until whenever the institute is open next. Are you following? When due date falls on a holiday, it's not the next day. It's the next working day when the authority is open. For the purpose of General Clauses Act. Are you understanding, guys? Hello? Then next, measurement of distance. When law is silent, income tax also we learn the same thing. If you want to measure distance between 2 points, it's the straight line between 2 points. Correct? You can't use Google Maps distance, or you can't use crow flying distance. Not flight. It's basically a straight line between two geographical straight lines. But if Income Tax Act, for example, allows to use Google Maps for measuring distance between 2 points, then I can use, that's what, this point. Are you following, guys? Next, some more key provisions, important ones. This they tested so many times. I'm going to take only key provisions, guys. Okay. Measurement, meaning of service by post. Meaning of service by post. Are you all with me, guys? Hello. Here what they are saying, where any legislation, basically this came in November 22. When I am sending a post, see, if the act is telling send in courier, can you send in post? No. If act is telling send in registered post, acknowledgement due, that means sometimes we get a post and they will ask us to sign up. That is called registered post, acknowledgement due. Whenever you have a registered post acknowledgement due, if the law is saying use registered post, the post is valid if you have properly given the address, prepaid, and it's sent by registered post. That's enough. Whether it reached or not is not my fault. Clear, guys? One exam question. Income tax department sent a notice to, let's say, Mukesh. Mukesh is not in the house. Mukesh is tenant. Sai Kiran is there. Sai Kiran told Mukesha, he's not here. Take the notice, give it back. Can Mukesh tell he never got the notice? No. It is properly served if I send to his correct proper address available, prepaid and sent in registered post. Following, guys. Then some provisions follow. Where rules of a statute requires notice to be sent by registered post acknowledgement due, it should be sent only by registered post. I mean, if you send by registered post, it's not tenable. Are you following? When they ask you to send a registered post acknowledgement due, if you send in some other way, it's not valid. Next, where a notice is sent by landlord, that same example, Mukesh, if I send to landlord, if tenant rejects it, that means I have sent a valid post. Are you all able to follow, guys? If I send to the proper address, it is equal to sending. Whether you receive or not is not my fault. Clear, guys? Last two concepts, guys. I'm going to take last two concepts in General Clause Act. There are other things, other miscellaneous concepts never tested so far. I won't be taking that. I'll be taking last two key concepts. Simple. Okay. Let's say we'll take Saravanan. Okay. Saravanan. Example Saravanan, don't take personally. Okay. Saravanan, let's say, did pickpocket. Okay. Fine, he did a pickpocket. Now after this, let's say he did pickpocket of, I forgot, Kishore. Kishore I remembered, but I forgot. Kishore. He did pickpocket of Kishore, from Kishore. Kishore is staying in which place? Sorry? Arakonam. Pickpocket happened in Nungambakam. Then Saravanan is staying where? Coimbatore. Okay. For those who are not from Chennai, just three locations. So Saravanan is from Coimbatore, Kishore is from Arakonam. Pickpocket happened in. So immediately Kishore caught him, took him to the police station. Nungambakam police station took Saravanan in, kept him for 1 day, gave him treatment and sent him out. Then next day, Kishore went to his home, Arakonam, and filed case again. Arakonam police station came in search of Saravanan, took him to Arakonam, gave treatment, sent him back. Then again, Coimbatore police station came and told, you forgot me. They came to Saravanan's house, took him, gave treatment, sent him back. 3 times. For the same offense, he is arrested. What will happen? Is it valid? Why? For one offense and one mistake, I can punish you only once. I did a mistake. I said sorry. But sometimes people in our life will keep fighting with us for the same thing. Oh, over. Why are you always fighting? So if you make a mistake or if you make a default in law only once, are you following, guys? Clear? No, somebody else is thinking, sir, drink and drive. Once I get caught means can I go home? Are you following? Now, what law is saying, if you are for the same offense, you cannot be punished twice. For example, if you do insider trading, that means knowing inside news, then you're punishable in SEBI Act for 25 crores, Companies Act also 10 crores. Can I do punishable both? No. If you are convicted for an offense, same offense in two different acts, which one to punish you? Any one, court will decide which police station to take Saravanan, any one, not all three. Same thing over here. Following guys, Saravanan example also, na? Don't get angry. I'm seeing him after almost 2 years, huh? 2 years. 1 year, last year only, huh? May, correct, yes. He would have thought why I came today. Okay. In that batch also, for all examples, I use Saravanan only. Saravanan and Kishore. So to continue the tradition, I thought we'll finish with that. So, follow guys. Here, what they are saying, see, where an act constitutes an offence under 2 or more enactments, then he is liable to be prosecuted under any one, not both. Constitution of India says, Article 20, you cannot punish someone twice for the same offence. Following guys, but Saravanan did pickpocket and slapped Kishore and went. So it's two offense. Pickpocket is separate, slapping is separate. Now he can't tell, I am arrested for pickpocket. That means I am arrested for slapping also. No. Both are two separate offenses. So, however, the above principle applies only when the two offenses which form the same prosecution is the same. If the offenses under the two enactments are distinct and not identical, slapping and pickpocket are different, then the provision will not apply. Following guys, clear? Then for the pickpocket case, they left Saravanan. They sent him back home. Can I say for slapping case also I'll send him back home? Are you following guys? I'll repeat. Two cases. One is pickpocket, one is slap. For pickpocket, they left him. Okay, Pavam, leave it. They left him. For slapping case, also can I say he's left? No. That is last point. Where there are two alternative charges, two cases on you, two charges in the same trial, in the same case, the fact that you are accused, the accused, in our example, Saravanan, is acquitted of one charge will not bar his conviction of the leaving you in one issue does not mean I'm leaving you in the other issue. Three concepts are distinct. Same problem, two different laws, punish only in one. But if these both are not identical, get punishment for both. Both are in the same case, leaving you in one, acquitted, did not do this fault, does not mean you are escaping in the other. But use the law terms. Are you following guys? Alternative charges, distinct and not identical, and all of this. This concept is provision as to offence punishable under two or more enactments. Then there are some more miscellaneous concepts in this unit. Never tested those things. I am not going there. Last thing. Last thing that you have to remember, effect of repeal. With that we will close GCA Act. Are you following? Is that easy? So far what I discussed, that only has been tested in the exam in the last 10 attempts. Other things are yet to be tested. But you will read, but marathon I am focusing on what is tested. Effect of repeal. One more thing to memorize. I will give a simple question. Before GST, what came? Sorry, what was there? Service tax. Leave it guys. Now, in VAT and service tax, Shirley got a penalty. She had to pay a penalty. Now, In GST, she is telling, I will not pay because it's a new act. Can she tell that? No. Are you following, guys? Old penalties will be carried forward. GST talks about input tax credit. In VAT and service tax, she has ITC. After GST comes, can she carry forward? Yes. So, effect of repeal means end of the old law. If the old law is repealed, comes to an end, does not mean the rights, liabilities, provisions, powers in the old law will come to an end. Are you following, guys? So, effect of repeal, what they are saying, revive, let's come from reverse. I hope it's readable for you guys. So, affect any inquiry, litigation or remedy. If any litigation or case started in the old law, it will continue in the current law. You need to remember these five side headings. They might ask for 4 or 5 marks. What is the effect of repeal? They have asked in the past. General Clause Act, if you are skipping, at least read what I told them. No, that's it. Rest you can skip. Any inquiry, litigation or remedy in the old act will continue in the new act. Affect any penalty, any old penalty will continue in current act. Following, Kishore. Affect any right. Earlierly I had a right, now also I will continue with that right. Clear? Affect the previous operation. In old Companies Act 1956, I am registered as a company. Now again should I re-register? No need. Register once it is sufficient. Following, guys? Clear? But unless what? Any enactment repeal, duly done or suffer. So whatever is done in old will continue here. Revive anything not enforced. What they are saying, if I delete or cancel, or the right word is repeal Companies Act 2013, will the old act come into force? If I close GST tomorrow, will I say VAT is back? If you want to bring VAT back, bring VAT back. Okay, that is the last point. Revive anything not enforced or prevailed during the period which repeal is affected. Following, guys, this is effect of repeal. Memorize this. What are the other points which I am not seeing, which is never tested? For example, this one is never tested. Like this, there are some 10 to 15 concepts which you have to go through in the book. For every concept, I would have given a simple word. Let me give an example. Follow. In income tax office, one order went to the commissioner. Should commissioner follow that, or full department should follow? Full department should follow. That's a provision we have. To invite Mohit, assume Mohit, or let's say inviting Kishore. Kishore becomes the future president of ICA. Now to invite him, I can either invite him calling Kishore, or I can invite him, welcome president of ICA. Can Kishore tell, no, you didn't call my name? So using the word president of ICA means I'm calling Kishore. Are you following, guys? Like this, there are some concepts. Simple words I would have given. Let me take this one. Income Tax Act says compute net profit as per Companies Act 1956. Book profits. Then this act is deleted, replaced with 13 Act. But in Income Tax Act 1961, the wordings are still net profit as per Companies Act 1956. Correct? Huh? Some other acts will still use the word Companies Act. They are saying that means it's Companies Act 2013. Now read this. what they are saying here, in simple words, where Act X refers to a provision in Act Y, where Income Tax Act is X, where Income Tax Act refers to a provision in Act Y, Companies Act, and the provision of in Act I has been replaced by a new Act, Companies Act 2013 replaced Companies Act 1956, then it is deemed that Income Tax Act shall refer to the new Act, Companies Act 2013, even if the wordings in Act X, Income Tax Act, is not yet changed. Beautiful concept. They never tested. What they tested? What is financial year? We are lucky, fine. Like this, there are some 10 to 15 concepts. Clear, guys? If I am testing question paper, this will be the question. If I am framing, but I can't frame, but just saying. Following, guys. Like this, there are some small concepts. I'll show them to you in the book. We finished all the key provisions. Yeah, powers and functionaries. If I have to quickly run through them. Now, police has the power to check for drink and drive whenever he wants. Should he call and get permission every day? No. Here they are saying if somebody has the power, he can exercise whenever he wants. I am appointing Saravanan as the class leader. Can I remove him again? Same thing. Here, if the authority has power to appoint somebody, they also have the power to, if somebody has the power to appoint, I have the power to suspend or dismiss them. Are you following, guys? Like this concepts. This is the ICA one, Kishore, ICA one, this one. Then, now I informed, Saravanan some rules regarding class. He is the class leader. Saravanan did not come. So I appointed some other class leader. Should I inform him again? No. Informing Saravanan is equal to informing the successor. Are you following, guys? Substitution of functionaries. If I inform one person, it means everybody is informed. This only is successor. If I inform the current commissioner of income tax something, it is deemed to inform the next commissioner of income tax also. Are you following, guys? Then I gave some work to Saravanan to do the work. He delegated that to last row. I forgot your name. Behind Kishore. Anthony, yes, okay. Now, let's say I gave some work to Kishore. Kishore gave it to Anthony. Now, should Anthony follow the instructions I gave to Kishore? Yes. If I give you a work, if you delegate to somebody, the person to whom I delegate also should follow this. Are you following, guys? Clear, guys? With this General Clause Act, I am finishing. Are you following, guys? Key provisions also are done. So what we have left is Indian Contract Act, which I am not covering in marathon. In the description of this video, like how I said, CSR and auditors will be there. I will keep Indian Contract Act, but that comes to around 9 hours plus. Who's going to watch? You are not going to watch. So I will not keep the link. If you want, you message me. Okay. Fine. Recording, I'm talking to recording student. Next, Negotiable Instrument Act only is left. You guys decide. Should we do or close? Do it. Yeah, we'll do it. 100%. Break or continue? 5 minutes break. See, how much the Negotiable Instrument Act in regular batch will take? 9 hours. 6 hours. 30 to 45 minutes, I'll maximum close. 30 to 45 minutes. Take a small 5-minute break. And then we will resume after 5 minutes. Last video, Negotiable Instrument Act. In LLP. Now, in LLP, what is the main concept, guys? We have multiple concepts, but the good thing is it has a lot of comparability with Companies Act and partnership. So here first, who can be partners in LLP? Who can be partners in LLP, guys? It could be an individual or body corporate. So in LLP, an individual or body corporate can be a partner. Here I am discussing core provisions. Bare minimum, sir, I am planning to skip LLP. At least learn these few things. Okay. 1. Individual. Any individual can be partner except 3 people. Who are those 3? Except person who's of unsound mind. Unsound mind declared by a competent court. Next, insolvent declared by court. Adjudicated insolvent or insolvent for whom application is pending. Except these 3 people, anybody else can be partner in LLP. They have asked a question on this in mock test paper, guys. Okay. Next, who is a body corporate? Basically, it's LLP or company incorporated in India or outside India. So, body corporate includes both of this. Companies Act only includes company incorporated in India. Here, body corporate is a much wider definition. In simple, LLP and company incorporated in India or outside India. Body corporate does not include 2 things. What are the 2 things? Any cooperative society registered by a cooperative society act registered there, or corporate soul. Corporate soul is basically like, let's say, ambassadors, foreign ambassador in India, Indian ambassador outside there, or any corporation entity with just 1 person. Prime Minister is the only person who is the member of this entity. It's a corporation with 1 member. Are you following, guys? But they won't test it in exam. Corporate soul, that's it. Corporate or corporate soul. So simple. In LLP, who can be partners, guys? Individual or body corporate? Any individual other than unsound mind. But unsound mind declared unsound mind by a competent court. For example, you cannot tell I am unsound mind. No, you need to get a court certificate. Insolvent declared by competent court. Application which is pending for insolvency. Application pending for insolvency. LLP should have how many partners now? LLP should have minimum 2 partners. What about the maximum? Maximum is unlimited. Now, if this number of partners falls below 2, what should I do? Falls below 2. Whenever it falls below 2, that means it's becoming 1. That means you are no more a partnership. You are a sole proprietor. So within how many months? 6 months you have to rectify and add the number of partners to 2 or more. Otherwise your liability becomes unlimited from the date A when it falls, or after 6 months B. From point of A. From the time it falls below 2, from that point liability becomes unlimited. You have a grace period of 6 months to rectify. Otherwise full period is unlimited liability. Are you guys following? Quick concepts. I will keep writing. Just keep checking your notes or make a note. Next, financial year for an LLP. This provision is there both in section 129 of Companies Act and in LLP also we have financial year provision. First let me finish Companies Act. I will just revise again because we missed it over there. So financial year for a Companies Act. If a company is incorporated on 15th December 24, when does the year end? 31st March 25. That's it. No other option. If a company is incorporated on 2nd Jan 25, then financial year ends on 31st March 25 or 31st March 26. That means the cutoff date for company is any incorporation from 1st Jan of a financial year. If I incorporate even on 1st Jan, same year or next year. This provision is there even in LLP. In LLP financial year, the cutoff date is after 30th September. That means if you are incorporated on 30th September 24, financial year ends on 31st March 25. But if I am incorporated on 1/10/24, financial year ends on 31st March 25 or 31st March 26 at the option of the company. This is financial year for an LLP and company. Are you following, guys? Similarly, comparative provision. In company we have small company 2 subsection 85. LLP also we have small LLP. So small LLP and small company turnover, here paid up share capital, turnover. Same paid up share capital, turnover. Paid up share capital for company is up to 4 crores. Turnover is 40 crores. This 4 crores can go maximum up to 10 crores. Turnover can go maximum up to 100 crores. Do you remember this, guys? So small companies are the limits. Currently limits is 4 and 40, but this 4 can become 10 in the future, 40 can become 100 in the future. Similarly, for small LLP, only limits are changing. Paid up share capital is 25 lakhs up to, and turnover is 40 lakhs. Small LLP, this 25 lakhs can go up to 5 crores. This can go up to how much? 50 crores. Okay, up to 50 crores. So this is small LLP, new addition. Small company they tested many times. Small LLP ketade kadiyadu. So straightforward 3-mark question could be small LLP. Paid up share capital up to 25 lakhs. Turnover up to 40. It's up to 25, guys. Up to 40. The 25 can become 5 crores. Turnover 40 can become up to 50 crores. So small company, small LLP. Financial year, its concept there in both the places. Are you following till here, guys? Next they are saying members of LLP, we can have maximum how many? Unlimited. So maximum unlimited means what happens now? If something goes wrong, who is liable? In a company, shareholders, board of directors. If something goes wrong in a company, who is liable? Board of directors. In LLP, we have partners. If something goes wrong? Who's at fault? I can't go blame a specific partner. He will tell, ask him. So we need somebody who is, what to say, responsible. That responsible person is called a designated partner. Important, designated partner. Now designated partner, there should be minimum 2 designated partners. Who are these minimum 2 designated partners? It has to be individuals. Why individuals? I can't put company in jail. So only individuals, it has to be 2 individuals. So minimum 2 individuals. In that, at least one should be a resident in India in previous financial year. He should have stayed in India for at least minimum 120 days in the previous financial year. Then only he is a designated partner. Sir, now already you told me in starting, sir, LLP can have either individuals or body corporate. Let's say my LLP has, we'll take Mumbai Indians LLP. Now in Mumbai Indians LLP, let's say the individual is only Mukesh Ambani. The body corporate is, let's say, Reliance is the body corporate who's the partner in Mumbai Indians LLP. Now who will be designated partner? We need to have 2 individuals. So one is Mukesh Ambani. Who is the second designated partner? Reliance is not individual. So in that case, if body corporate is the only available leftover partner, they can't be a designated partner. So such a body corporate, Reliance will appoint some individual as a nominee of the body corporate who will become the designated partner. Let's say Reliance is appointing Hardik Pandya. Now Hardik Pandya will become the nominee of Reliance, who is the designated partner. If something goes wrong, he will only be blamed. Whatever happens in the LLP, are you following? Whatever happens in Mumbai Indians LLP, he will only be blamed. Nominee only will be blamed. Are you following, guys? Clear? Understanding? So what if I have already in Mumbai Indians LLP Mukesh Ambani, Rohit Sharma and let's say Neeta Ambani. All 3 are, what is it, guys? Partners. All 3 are, already I have 3 individuals and I have Reliance. Now should I appoint nominee? Not needed. In Girikira Moonli I can appoint 2. But if I want, you can appoint body corporate, also can appoint nominee. Are you following, guys? Now what, let's say after some time this designated partner might want to leave. So our designated partner we concluded was in this Mumbai Indians LLP, we saw Mukesh Ambani and Hardik Pandya first, correct? Now Hardik Pandya wants to leave. He is no more the designated partner. He is fired. He is going to leave. Okay. Now if he is leaving, if a designated partner position is vacant, it has to be filled within 6 months. It has to be filled within 6 months is the minimum number of members, unlimited liability. If a designated partner is becoming vacant, you have to fill it within 30 days. Are you following? Now if you don't fill it within 30 days, who is liable? Now, normally for an LLP, if something goes wrong, who is liable? Designated partner. Now, in the designated partner, vacant. So, who should have filled other partners? So, if designated partner position is not filled within 30 days, the only exception where all the other partners become liable. Are you guys following us? All the partners become liable. Are you understanding? These are provisions with respect to designated partner from section 7 to 9 of the LLP Act. 7, 8, 9 of the Act. 7 is designated partner, 8 is some filling 30 days, 9 is liability, all of that. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Next, let's proceed. Are you all able to follow, guys?
Yes,
Okay. Key points. Important. Designated partner fill 30 days left. Otherwise, all are liable. There is some penalty, guys. Some 10,000, all of that. Leave that. Okay. Next, let's proceed. We have concept of books of accounts for LLP. It comes under topic financial disclosures. Financial disclosures says in LLP should maintain books of accounts in double entry, or it can be in cash or accrual. This we already saw when I saw Companies Act. Next, filing of returns. LLP will file 2 returns on a yearly basis. They will file something called annual return, and they file something called financial statement and solvency report. The section number is different, but is similar to our Companies Act 92, similar to section 137. In 92, annual return should be filed within 60 days from date of AGM. Here LLP annual return should be filed within the same 60 days to the ROC, but not from date of AGM. AGM so from end of financial year. Are you guys following? End of financial year, within 60 days, I will file to ROC. This will be signed by a designated partner, will sign the annual return. Like 137, filing of FS and declaration of solvency. This declaration of solvency is new. What is that? Since I am a limited liability partnership, I have to declare that my assets are more than liabilities. I am solvent. This has to be filed. In Companies Act, it will be filed within
6 months.
Companies Act, it will be filed within 30 days from end of AGM. In section 137, filing of financial statement to ROC within 137. Here we will file it within 6 months from end of financial year to ROC. Sir, why they are giving 6 months here? Understand, AGM is already held after 6 months from end of financial year. Apna, you already got 6 months time. That's why in Companies Act they give you only 30 days. In LLP AGM, I need time to prepare FS and audit. So 6 months from end of financial year, again signed by DP with ROC. Are you following? I am doing a comparative study, guys. Companies Act, you know, connecting with LLP. Are you following, guys? Clear? So annual return will be filed here within 60 days from end of financial year, signed by designated partner. File it with ROC. Financial statement and declaration of solvency, file within 6 months to the ROC from end of financial year. Both will be signed by designated partner. Are you following, guys? This is one procedure. Next, some more concepts. Let's say section number 30 and section number 31, section number 29. 3 concepts. I'm going in random, guys. These are enough, more than enough for LLP. Okay, section 30 talks about fraud. 31 talks about whistleblowing section, and 29 talks about partner by holding out. Section numbers LLP I will not revise, I will not insist. If you remember, it's fine. Companies Act only important. 148 sections you remember for 60 marks, it's important. Here hardly 10 marks, so few sections you remember, it's enough. Designated partner section 7, fraud section 30, or Nalan section if you remember, if you are lucky that will come. Are you following, guys? Fraud, simple. In LLP, if any partner does a fraud, then the LLP is liable. LLP is liable along with the partners. There is no limitation on liability. Partners are personally liable. The corporate will be lifted. Intention to defraud. Are you following, guys? Next, what is whistleblowing? What is whistleblowing, guys? Basically, for example, if you see in reality, there is this Snowden. There's a guy called Snowden. Okay, you might have heard about him, Snowden. You just Google later after the exams. You just put Edward Snowden, correct? Yeah. So Edward Snowden, if you put his interview, YouTube, it will come. John Oliver took his interview. He is basically part of US defense, and he whistleblower, he escaped to Russia. He's now currently staying in Russia. That's what the last known report. What he told, the US defense has access to every device's camera. So even if my phone's camera is off, it's always on recording what they want. So US defense can see all of that. And so many privacy breaches he claimed against the US. So he whistleblew against the US and he went to Russia. Like this, so many things he told. Lot of security breach. Every message you send is read by people at the defense. All of that. So he made a lot of claims that nothing is secure. Okay. Now, whistleblower means somebody within the company. For example, if you take ILFS, Indian company, which is a listed company, currently which is share price is some 3 or 4 rupees. It was 180, 200. Company got into a scam and share price fell down because one article whistleblower and told all information about the company scam outside publicly. One CA article from the big four revealed it outside intentionally or not. So if you do whistleblowing, the employee or the partner who gave information about the company, this is there even in Companies Act but not in our syllabus final. So such an employee or partner who gave information out should not be demoted. What is demoted? Opposite of promotion. Demoted. Should not be discharged, now should not be fired, should not be threatened, should not be harassed in any manner. He should be protected by the law. By the law which will protect them. Are you following, guys? Satya is getting excited now. Next. At the same time, during investigation, you will see in movies that accused will tell, like that, if you surrender and tell, I only did all the mistakes, we will be forgiven. No. Penalty kami paniro. 7 years imprisonment. Okay, stay for 5 years in jail. Like that. So during investigation, if a partner or employee pleads guilty and gives out more information for investigation which was helping in investigation, the court may consider and reduce his penalty. That only is whistleblowing. Are you guys following, guys? Clear? Understanding? Are you understanding, guys? So these people will be protected, or during investigation if you give more information, you will be, what is the penalty will be reduced. Are you guys following this whistleblowing section? These are all straightforward sections. They can ask what is whistleblowing in Kepa. Clear, guys? So employee, partner, two things. Gave information, protect them. Investigation is against them, they reveal more information, reduce the penalty. Are you following, guys? Okay. Next, section 29. Partner by holding out. Partner by holding out. Remember in foundation you studied partner by estoppel. That is the same concept over here. To give a simple example, let's say 3 of you together started a restaurant. Let's say Satya, Mohit and Shanmugam use pantame. Shreya, Mohit and Satya together started one restaurant called SMS restaurant. Okay, fine. Now in this restaurant, let's say they started. Now Kamesh came and he's saying, I also want to start restaurant in the future. Can I work here for 6 months and learn how restaurant is operating? Then these people told, you work but you should not eat. Then he told, okay, fine, I will work, I will not eat. He worked for 6 months. When the customer get an order, cash vangi, he was doing all the orders. So whenever customers come, let's say Dhanush, everybody came for eating there. Then Kamesh acted like he is the partner and these partners also agreed. Okay, now later, suddenly one day, let's say Vignesh, who came regularly for the restaurant, he was getting married. So he ordered from this restaurant for catering and he gave some 2 lakhs advance. Kamesh took this money and ran away. Now, Vignesh came on the day of wedding, food is not there, all the guests got angry. Then after wedding, instead of going to honeymoon, first he came to SMS restaurant and he got angry. So he gave them money. Now are these people liable, guys? Yes, because partner by holding out makes the firm liable, but here firm is not unlimited liability. To the extent of their share, they are liable. Are you guys following? Partner by holding out. Section 29. Are you guys following? Can we proceed, guys? Some more procedural points in this act. Now we are discussing a concept when a partner will leave the firm. When all partner can leave a firm, not be an outgoing partner. Example, partner insolvent. Next, insolvent declared by court or application pending. Next, unsound mind. Again, declared by court. Next, death is generally first one. Last death, the points when I get, guys, not what happens. Okay, death of partner. Next, LLP is dissolved, not full. I'm saying one partner is leaving. Next, voluntary or leaving. What is that? Resignation. So all the cases when partner leaves. Whenever a partner resigns, see, in death you can't expect him to give notice. Okay, but whenever partner resigns, within 30 days he has to intimate company. He has to intimate company first. He also has to intimate ROC. Okay. Now these people are outgoing partners in Partnership Act. But LLP does not call the word outgoing partner. Sunil Gavaskar is called what in India? Cricketer. What cricketer? Former, that same term. Former cricketer is used, the former partner. Are you following, guys? The Act consciously use the word former partner. They don't use the word ex-partner. Meaning becomes different. So these partners are called former partner, guys. So these former partners will still be liable unless they give a notice of their leaving the firm is given to ROC either by the LLP or by the partner within 30 days. Are you following, guys? So this person is called former partner. He will still be liable until notice is given by him or the LLP to ROC within 30 days. Are you following? But let's say this is the point of exiting the firm, former partner. Until here you are still liable. Until you are a former partner, you are still liable. Once you become a former partner, what are your rights, guys? Can you participate in management? No. Then what is your right? Right to receive your capital. Your rights are only two things. Right to receive capital and right to receive your share of profits on the date of resignation. So you have right to receive your share of capital, your share of profits. What the former partner cannot do, he cannot interfere in management. He cannot interfere in management. So former partner provisions. Who are all called as former partner? Partner who dies, death, insolvent, unsound mind, resignation. If you resign, give notice within 30 days. Now this former partner cannot interfere in management, but he can get his claim of capital, can get his claim of profits. He is still liable for all acts done until the date of his resignation or death, whatever. And this former partner should give a notice anyway to company, and this notice should be given to ROC by LLP or partner within 30 days. Are you guys following? Clear? This is with regarding to former partner provisions. Next, whenever partner changes his name or changes his address, he has to intimate that to LLP within 15 days. Whenever partner changes name or address, he will intimate LLP within 15 days. LLP, if LLP has any change of partners, if LLP also changes along with these changes plus these, they will intimate ROC within 30 days. ROC will make a note. Are you following? If the partner believes that the LLP is not going to intimate ROC, partner can directly intimate the ROC. There is no time limit for you will intimate ROC. ROC will now cross check with LLP and wait for how many days? 15 days. They will cross check and wait for 15 days. Are you following, Rajaram? Correct? Okay. Done. Are you getting it, guys? Again, this is some procedures. Following, guys, for LLP. Next. Everybody clear with this, guys? Change of name, address, inform LLP in 15 days, LLP to ROC in 30 days. If they don't inform, you inform ROC, they will cross check and wait for 15 days. Clear? This 15 days, can you check it's correct once? Okay. The filing, yeah, of course. Every filing, simple. Every filing to ROC will be signed by one designated partner in all filings. Okay. Next. Are you following, guys? Clear? Any doubts still here? These are all LLP provisions. So far, what I have discussed only has come in the latest mock test papers and RPP, and this only is the foundation syllabus. We also have some new concepts in Inter, section 32 and 33 added in LLP in Inter, known as contributions. Let me explain. In company, we have something called guarantee company. A shareholder will give guarantee to a company at the time of company's winding up. We studied preliminary guarantee company with without share capital. Yes. Like that for an LLP, sometimes based on the LLP agreement, the partner can give some contribution to the LLP. Contribution can be in any form of money, it could be assets in any form, tangible, intangible, it could be any property which is movable or immovable property, any form. They give in the book of property, cash, money, movable, immovable, tangible, intangible. I can promise based on the agreement to make some contribution to the LLP. When I need in the future, when LLP needs money, I will make contribution, or I have already made the contribution. Are you following? Looking at this contribution, if any third party enters into any agreement with the LLP and the LLP does not make the payment, if LLP does not make the payment, then this contribution can be used to make the payment to the third party from that partner. Are you guys following? This is the mainly for protection. So if third party entered into agreement based on the obligation, the word they use is based on the obligation which is there for partner to LLP in the form of contribution, as a security I use money, third party entered into a contract. Now if LLP is not paying, I can make the partner contribute whatever he promised in the LLP agreement. Are you following? After entering into contract, if the partner and LLP come to a compromise, agree among themselves, no need to contribute. Now will third party lose his rights? No. I am repeating, if the partner and LLP agree, come to a compromise that no need to contribute. Now will third party lose the right? No. Third party can still claim his money. Are you guys following, guys? Clear? This is with respect to contributions, section 32 and 33. Next, some more new additions. They have added something called compromise and arrangement, amalgamation of LLP. I'll tell you the core points over here. Simple core points. Book la 4 page potruppa. Compromise, arrangement and amalgamation of LLP. Are you following, guys? Compromise and arrangement says between the LLP and its partners, between the LLP and creditors. What is compromise? Sanda compromise, correct? Some kind of a settlement. It's like internal reconstruction. If you remember in accounts, they will agree at a settlement, you pay so much, don't pay so much, correct? So LLP and partners and creditors can make a compromise among themselves. This compromise arrangement is there in even in Companies Act, but not in our syllabus. Now what is the section saying? Follow this. Even if you are learning first thing, very easy, dead easy it is. No, follow. For making such compromise or arrangement, the LLP has to reach out to the tribunal. LLP will reach out to whom, guys? Tribunal, by giving some attachments. It's a huge section. In syllabus, in the book itself, they only gave teaser. So you will learn only teaser provisions. Teaser a little bit they give. So what are the attachments? So you will attach financial statements, audited financial statements of the company, and you will also attach if there is any pending investigation against the company, because you want a compromise. Investigation that also I will know. Are you following? Tribunal will pass an order for compromise. Now this order will be passed. You can make application only if you are doing compromise with creditors or partners, 3/4 of value of them agree by passing a resolution. Are you following? Only if 3/4 of value of the respective creditors or partners pass a resolution, then only you can apply to tribunal. Like how you pass special resolution for members, here 3/4 of value should pass a resolution, then you can apply to tribunal. Financial statement and pending investigation order will be passed. What happens after order? That's it, the compromise arrangement will take place. Are you guys following? Clear? That's it. This is one new concept added. What to remember for exam? 3/4 of value to resolution you have to pass before you go to tribunal. Tribunal attachment FS audited pending investigation. Order will be passed for compromise or arrangement. Sometimes they will pass order for amalgamation of LLP. Amalgamation of LLP. What is amalgamation? Whatever you know in accounts, two companies amalgamation, that same amalgamation is applicable here. Here they gave a statement which let's see if you understand this or not. They said that transfer as LLPs assets and liabilities will now become transferee LLPs assets and. Are you guys aware of this statement, guys? In the mind they explain what is amalgamation, one page in book, same as what you study in accounts. What is the key point to remember here? LLP cannot amalgamate with a company. LLP can't amalgamate with a company. Either convert the LLP to company amalgamation, or convert the company to LLP amalgamation. You can't do cross amalgamation over here. Are you following? Cross breeding not allowed. Okay, fine. Following, guys, can we proceed further? Next, I'm going to look at some more new concepts in intro. We are going to finish, guys. 15 more minutes. LLP will get over. Next, they are saying if the ROC wants, we are discussing enquiry provisions. If ROC wants, ROC can enquire any information with the LLP or the partner, any information, whatever they want for any investigation, anything. If the partner is not cooperating, let's say partner is Kamesh, partner is not cooperating, he say I will not reply, I am busy. Now what the ROC will do? Partner will tell me police up. So ROC will summon him in front of a public officer who is a police. No, he's saying station. I will not come to the. He is not cooperating. Even when you summon with a public officer, then what happens for Kamesh? Penalty is there. That is one penalty, guys. Are you following? Like this, they give some provisions. If I want to inquire, first I will ask partner information. He's not giving now, I will summon him in front of public office. Aduku reply pallana penalty. Are you following, guys? That's it. Summoning a partner. Are you following? Next we have one more thing called compounding of offense. Compounding of offense. What is compounding of offense? What do you mean by compounding of offense? What is compounding? This is similar to section 87, rectification, condonation of delay. I made a mistake, there is a penalty, so you want to request them. So the LLP or the partner on whom there is a, let's take example, we'll take example of whom, guys? New example, yes, fast. Where is Snehan? Okay, Snehan. Okay. Snehan, guys, follow. Now Snehan is the designated partner of LLP. Now this Snehan has not even filed anything. He has not filed annual return. He has not filed accounts, not filed solvency, not filed anything. Now there is already a lot of penalty that he has to pay. Suddenly one day he woke up and told, from now I'm going to follow all the laws. He, after watching some YouTube motivation video, so now he reaches out to ROC saying, please reduce my offense. Now I don't want what to say. I will pay or discount panni kodu. Okay. ROC will tell, I have to go to regional director. So they will go to regional director. Regional director can pass an order that okay, I will compound the offense. This is provision saying directly this provision is legally allowing you to collect suitcase. I will compound the offense, but I will reduce the penalty. For example, let's say penalty for an offense is 5k to 25,000. They told Snehan to pay 20,000. Snehan is coming and requesting, ayo, I can't pay so much, please help me out. Then RD will reduce the offense after collecting a reasonable sum. Open reasonable sum, but that reasonable sum should be a minimum. What is the minimum penalty he has to pay? And it should be in the range of minimum to maximum penalty payable. Are you following? Hello, are you understanding, guys? So LLP will go to ROC. ROC will ask RD. RD will tell, okay, at least pay a reasonable sum. Such a reasonable sum will be in the range of minimum to maximum payable. The minute RD passes the order, you have to intimate that the particular partner will intimate ROC within 7 days. Okay, I got the order, compound H, you also leave me. Are you following? Then this got over. Again next month, Snehan went back to how he was before. He didn't file. Again penalty notice came. Again is going ROC, please. Compound, I saw a video part 2 in this today only. Okay, please compound it. Now ROC is saying, I will again go to RD. RD is saying, sorry, not possible. Compounding of offence can happen only once in 3 years. That means, in other words, not once in 3 years. The wordings they use is second offence within 3 years cannot be compounded. Second offence within 3 years cannot be compounded. What they are saying, what they are trying to communicate, you can do mistake once in life. Then we will not compound that offence. Are you following, guys? They are trying to teach us some life lesson also. The maker of this LLP Act in 2008. Following, guys? Pasana Purida. Following, guys, clear? LLP or partner go to ROC. RD will reasonable sum minimum to maximum, but no second offence compounded. If they compound, I will intimate ROC within 7 days. These are all procedures not tested in MTP, not tested in RTP. Are you following, guys? But I am explaining. Okay, if it comes, we will be ready with the key provisions. Clear till here, guys? Fine. Can we proceed further? Last 3 concepts. Whether I will close LLP, I am going to take liability of LLP, incorporation procedure under LLP, and then winding up by tribunal. Examiner's previous favorite question, null syllabus. These 3 concepts if I take, it will get over. Liability section 25 to 27, incorporation process, the full procedure including name procedures etc. Winding up by tribunal. Last 3 concepts, let's say roughly 5 to 10 minutes each, and then we will wind up with LLP. Winding up by tribunal, they are saying LLP can be wound up by the tribunal if the following things take place. Are you guys following? Hello? Yes. What is the first thing? They are saying if the number of members falls below 2, most of the points are repetitive here. So if the number of members falls less than 2 for more than 6 months and they have not yet rectified, then the tribunal may order for winding up. These are the cases where tribunal by themselves will order for winding up. Are you following, guys? This straightforward question, previous attempt they used to ask, when LLP will be wound up by tribunal, what are the points? Are you following, guys? Next point, annual return or that financial statement and declaration of solvency is not filed for 5 consecutive years. 5 consecutive years you didn't file annual return or financial statement with declaration with solvency. Are you guys able to follow? Next, LLP is in continuous losses. Full I am in losses, I am not able to pay. That means your limited liability is being questioned. If you are still in losses, more people will be affected. Better you shut down now. Next, unable to pay its debts. Again, unable to pay its debt. Now, liability is more than asset. Point C tells you are now getting to a stage where you can't pay your debts. Point 4 is saying you are actually not able to pay your debts. So, number of members falls below 2. Then annual return or FS not filed for consecutive 5 years. Continuous losses. Unable to pay its debts. If these 4 cases happen, tribunal may order for winding up. Are you following? Next, if LLP has acted against interest and against integrity and sovereignty of India or against the security of state of public. What they are trying to say, basically you are doing some anti-India movements, some terrorist activities, contributing to Taliban, like that. If you do any kind of acts, anything against India, then LLP will be asked to wound up. Are you following, Kamesh Purida? Okay, fine. Point F is the last point, which is saying LLP Okay. Okay, one more, then G will write. One more point is that any other reason which is just an equitable. Any other reason which is just an equitable, if the tribunal feels, they will order for winding up. Example of just an equitable. LLP is selling, let's say, drink this water, you will never fall sick. They are doing fake marketing and selling products. This other movie climax. Like that, if LLP is doing, if you watch the movie, you'll understand. Otherwise, leave it, guys. Let's say you are selling water, saying the water now it comes from Himalayas. Either Kursana, you will become pure, guys. And why some fake water, enga fill pandran, tablet fill panni vikram. And why if you do some acts, if they feel just an equitable, they will order for winding up. Are you following, guys? Next, last one. These 6 cases are when tribunal will order for winding up. Are you following, guys? The last point is LLP itself decides to wind up. LLP itself decides to wind up. In all these cases, LLP will be wound up. These points you have to remember, guys. Straightforward 5 mark question kepa. Sir, example latest ana sir ketom. LL idu kekala. இந்த MTP ல என்ன கேட்டிருக்கானா L இத கேட்டானே MTP 2 ல கேட்டானோ ஏன் ரிவீல் பண்ணீங்க क्वेश्चन they are going to write in some time. Okay, I acted as if I didn't know. You guys reveal the question. Some students are here are going to write mock test 2 question. Okay, one question, one LLP they asked, what they asked, LLP is a corporate form of organization having flexibility of partnership and company. What is it? LLP has separate legal entity, all of this. Are you following, guys? Those students are going to write exam day after, you just ignore this. Oh, already saw. Okay, no problem. This main exam saw in use. Okay, are you following, guys? Clear? Hello? Understanding? Shreya, are you following? I will change the question paper, guys, don't worry. Next day after the exam, I will change it. Others ignore it, guys, those who are watching recording, not for you. Okay, fine, we are done with this winding up. Next 2 concepts, liability of LLP 25, 26, 27. Are you all with me, guys? Hello? Important, guys, follow. In this 1 hour of LLP, you see and make note of all these points. I can guarantee you 15 marks will come from here. Okay, you clap after it comes. Okay, if it comes. Okay, fine. Now follow, guys. Section 25. Do you know a concept called mutual agency? In partnership, one partner is the agent of another partner. Sir, I don't understand, sir, let me explain. Now let's take our LLP. Mumbai Indians LLP has 3 partners. Mukesh Ambani, Hardik Pandya, Rohit Sharma this time. Okay, 3 partners, Mukesh Ambani, Hardik Pandya and Rohit Sharma. Assume for a moment it's not LLP. Now, Hardik Pandya went and took a loan. He did not repay the loan. Who is liable? A full firm, and all the other partners are jointly and severally liable if it is a partnership. That is the concept of mutual agency. One partner's act makes the other partner liable. That concept is not there in LLP. In LLP, if Hardik Pandya goes and takes a loan, only he is liable. Other limited liability, partnership. So mutual agency is not there. But partner is the agent of LLP. LLP is liable for that loan to the extent of their share what Hardik Pandya has. Are you following, guys? This is 25. Next 26 and 27, we are talking about liability of LLP. Let me give an example. Now, let's say Mumbai Indians team has a BMW car. Okay. Where they told this car should be used only by the captain. Okay. Now, Hardik Pandya took the car. Let's say he went on the car and he crashed into Nita Ambani. Okay. Fine. Guys, follow the example. We are discussing Mumbai Indians LLP, where Mumbai Indians LLP is saying you can only use BMW car by the captain only can use. Hardik Pandya took the car, went and crashed into Nita Ambani. Now, loss happened, car got damaged. Who has to bear this loss? Hardik Pandya or LLP? LLP has given authority to the partner. So partner has done a wrongful act, not intentionally, by mistake. So LLP will bear the loss. So LLP is liable if partner does an act wrongfully or omission, and he has what, guys? Authority to do the act. Are you following? Same example. This time BMW car who took? Instead of Hardik Pandya, Rohit Sharma took the car. Now he is not the captain, so he can't take the car, but he took the car. He went and crashed into Neeta Mani. Example only, guys. Any Mumbai Indians example solra. Okay. Fine. Now, in this case, who is liable? Only Rohit Sharma is liable. Here LLP is not liable if partner does any act for which he is having no authority. Here they are saying, key point, it does not matter if the third party, Neeta Ambani, knows about this or not, or even if the partner himself knows, if he is not having authority, that's it. Firm is not liable. Are you following, guys? Clear? Now, when is the partner liable? Partner is liable if he does any act by himself where he has the authority. In this case, LLP and Hardik Pandya and others will share the loss. Are you following, guys? Liable and not liable. This is section 25 to 27. Are you following? Clear? Easier. Liable, not liable. This also we discussed in class. Hello, are you understanding, guys? This is LLP. 26 is liability of LLP. What is 27? Liability of partner. Correct? Liability of 27. 28. Liability of then 27 is liability of this 26. Fine. Sorry, small change. 26. Mutual. If those who made note, just change it, guys. 26. Why we did this? If you write wrong section numbers in exam, what will happen? You will lose marks. So you should not do like this in exam. Okay. Section 26 is mutual agency. 27 is liability of LLP is 27. 28 is liability of partner. When is partner liable? When he does any wrongful act within his authority, whether intentional or not, within his authority, if he does any act, of course he is going to be liable along with the LLP. LLP also will be liable along with the partner. For example, Hardik Pandya took the car and crashed. Only firm is liable. I am also liable. Both of us will share that loss in whatever ratio we have. Are you following, guys? Clear? This is section 28. This is liability of LLP, partner, mutual agency. Clear, guys? Last concept in LLP. With this we will wind up. Incorporation of LLP. How to incorporate LLP? So we will wind up. Okay. LLP can be started by two or more partners or designated partners. Minimum I should have two designated partners. Step 1. These guys should get DSC and DPIN, and then they have to apply to whom? ROC. No, they have to reserve the name first. They have to reserve. This reservation of name is section 15 to. I'll come to the name provisions in the ending, guys. That is important. We have some amendments also over there. Once you reserve the name will be reserved for you for how many days? 3 months. In Companies Act, let's do a comparative Companies Act provision. In Companies Act, name will be reserved for 20 days for a new company. Existing company, name will be reserved for 60 days. Do you remember this, guys? Hello, do you remember this? New company name is reserved for 20 days in Companies Act. Existing company name is reserved for 60 days. In LLP, name is reserved for 3 months. Are you following? Then by the time this 3 months gets over, you have to file electronically E-form 2 with ROC. This E-form 2 will contain two things. One, detail with something called incorporation document. What is and one statement. So I'll again repeat. The two or more partners or DPs will get DSC or DPIN. They will reserve name. Name is reserved for 3 months. In the 3 months gap, I will file E-Form 2 with ROC, where we will have incorporation document and statement. Incorporation document is simple, guys. Name and address of whom? Partner, designated partners, LLP. Name, address of partner, DP, and write it multiple points. Then, what business I am going to do? Proposed business of LLP. I am going to deal in drugs. No, they will not give it. The business you have to pick, guys. Are you following? Then once you do this, you will get there, and you have to give statement. What statement? Are they same like Companies Act incorporation? CA, CS, CMA, or an advocate will sign that all information is true and fair, and we are following the act, and it should also be signed by. Sorry. Other next, designated partner. So from externally, CA, CS, CMA, advocate will sign. Everything is true and fair and act. Internally, designated partner will sign. One designated partner will sign that everything is true and fair. Are you following? Once you file all of this, the ROC will issue. They will give you a new certificate of incorporation by allotting a LLP IN to you within 14 days. They will reply to you. 30 days. 30 or 14? 1 second. 14 or 13? Check the book once. Check the book, make the correction if it's something else. Check the book once. They will reply within 14 or 30 days. 30. I'll tell you next. I'll tell you where 30 comes, guys. 14. I'll tell you where 30 comes. Guys, once certificate of incorporation is issued, you have to file LLP agreement to ROC. The draft LLP agreement should be filed within 30 days. Is it clear now, guys? Okay. Let me run through the entire procedure. They might not ask the whole procedure, but any point will be coming in maybe MCQ. So 2 or more partners or DPs will get DSC and DPIN and reserve the name for 3 months. Once they reserve the name for 3 months, they will file E-Form 2 to ROC, which has 2 contains incorporation document and statement. Incorporation document, name, address of partner, DP, LLP, and what business, proposed business. File it and statement, CA, CS, CMA or advocate, and DP saying everything is true and fair. File it with ROC. They will reply within 14 days giving a new certificate of incorporation. After that, within 30 days, you will file draft LLP agreement with ROC. The minute certificate of incorporation is given, it leads to section 14. In Companies Act, it's section 9. Effect of registration. What is effect of registration? LLP is now separate legal entity. LLP can buy assets. LLP can sell assets. LLP can sue. LLP can be sued. Do you remember these points, guys? That is effect of registration. Are they copy paste points? Companies Act section 9. LLP section 14. Are you following, guys? Clear? Understanding? Lakshmi following? No. Can we proceed, guys? Last few concepts regarding name. Name once reserved is reserved for 3 months. Such a name, this provision what I am discussing here is ditto copy paste from Companies Act. Only difference is reservation is 3 months. There it is 20 days or 60 days. Now once name is reserved, it should not be undesirable in opinion of central government. You cannot tell anti-India LLP, India down LLP. These kind of LLP names are not allowed. Undesirable in name of central government. Some political party XXX down LLP. All these are not allowed. Okay. Next, the name also should not be identical or similar to any other existing LLP, company, trademark, whether registered or not. Application is pending. Application is pending. Are you following, guys? Here what they removed, earlier it used to be there that the name should not be identical to a partnership, but the amendment has removed this. That means name can be identical to an existing partnership. They are trying to promote or ask this partnership to convert to LLPs. Are you guys following? Clear? Identical and similar. Now, for example, if I have Bata, can I do? Is this allowed, guys? No, this is identical or similar. Also, it should not be like, let's say, Sun Pictures Limited. I can't start. What is it, guys? Ada Hindi la translate panni. Surya Chitra Limited. You can't start. Similar. Are you following, guys? It should not represent in any form existing company. Are you understanding, guys? Now, let's say you incorporated India Down LLP. Now what happens? Same provisions what we have in Companies Act. Do you remember in Companies Act section 16 of Companies Act? Rectification of name, and we also have cancellation of name. Let me revise Companies Act once. If any name is identical, the RD, Regional Director, will order the company to change the name. Such company has to change within 3 months. Once they change, Companies Act section 16, rectification. Once you change within 3 months, you will intimate ROC within 15 days. Companies Act. Then, if this is with similar name, if your name is similar to a trademark, then if somebody else wants to raise a complaint that Kothas Coffee, CK, that some other company can raise a complaint within, very good, excellent, within 3 years of incorporation of this dummy company. For example, if you have two companies, Adidas and Abibas, Adidas can raise a complaint against Abibas with RD within 3 years of incorporation of Abibas. Abibas only 3 years marriage, so you can't file a complaint now. Then this company, after you file a complaint, RD will again order back to here. Change name, 3 months, rectify within 15 days. Remember this rectification of name in Companies Act? Copy, paste, LLP, same. Section number only changed, 17. Anga 16, inga 17. Are you following, guys? Same provision. Do you remember that in Companies Act, guys? Same. Are you following? Clear? Okay. If you don't change the name, in the order on the pergu, if you don't change the name, then RD by itself will suo motu cancel the name of the company from the registrar of companies, or cancel the name of LLP from registrar of LLP. With this we will also cancel LLP in Marathon. Done, guys. Following. Perfect. Okay. That's it. Clear? These are the core top 80-90% of LLP provisions that we have in syllabus. I think approximately 1 hour we are done. Now we will go to everyone's favorite, FEMA. I will give you the break after FEMA gets over. Let's take FEMA. Yes. Purila. LLP. Yeah. Material for LLP. What you wrote now is the material. Running notes. See, this is enough, guys. More than enough what we wrote. Okay. Soft copy I don't have. This is the soft copy. What we wrote. You didn't write running notes now. That's it. That is enough for LLP. See, I can give it then. It's not done, guys, for LLP. That's why I gave you class notes. In class also I dictated. Even for us, we dictated, we spent 5 hours in dictating, writing notes. That's it. Those are the notes for LLP. Okay. I will maybe try next 2-3 days if I can do it. I'll make soft copy and share with everybody. If possible, I will try my best. Maybe by April 10th, I will try to share it. Okay. Today is 5th. Today is over, guys. I will try to give it. But do you all have, see the same notes we dictated in class? Okay. Let's do 1 or 2 questions from LLP for you to get confidence before I go to FEMA. They are able to hear us. Google is hearing our examples. MTP, RTP both you have to download, or it's available there. You have to download. Login download. Okay, then after breaks we'll just get it ready here. Just remind me. Okay. After break we'll download and keep. Let's keep the latest MTP, MTP1 and RTP. Let's do FEMA LLP questions from there also to the extent possible. Okay. Fine. Guys, all of you with me. First to kurta notes la parstingla. LLP kurta notes la fulla parstingla guys. Parstingla fulla notes. Getting late. Okay. Follow guys. Before I go to FEMA, okay, let's proceed, guys. Hello, can we start? In latest mock test paper, they asked one question. We have to discuss one small. In section 92, what is 92 of Companies Act? Annual return. Over there, signing of annual return, we classified in case of 1% company or small company, it was sufficient if one director or CS signed. This annual return for a small company or a 1% company is a much smaller annual return, that is called abridged annual return. That's it. So what is abridged annual return? It's a shorter annual return for a 1% company or a small company. That's it. Are you guys following? Clear. That's it. One small thing, it came in MTP, so we are discussing that. Let's go back to FEMA. In FEMA, if you see, I'm going to focus again on what kind of questions can come in exam. We did enough number of questions in class, guys. Yes, I'm going to focus on questions. What is the residential status in FEMA and what is current and capital account transactions? These are the main things that we're going to discuss. Okay. Guys, can we go? Can you want to do FEMA or something else? FEMA. Follow. Okay. Now let's understand residential status. The only 2 possible questions you can get in MCQ or thing is, at least from what I've seen, MTP and RTP, initial attempts, they're either asking, is the transaction allowed or not allowed in current and capital account? Is the person resident or not a resident? Are you following? The first thing you have to check is, in the previous year, has the person stayed for more than 182 days? Meaning, I will check residential, follow, I'll teach this once. It's fairly easy. Exam oriented, I'll keep it, forget the logic. Now, for checking residential status in current year, I will check in the previous year if he stayed for more than 182 days. It is more than, intentionally I didn't change it here. It is for more than, not, it is just more than, guys. It's not equal to or more than. It's straight away more than 182 days in the previous year. Are you following, guys? You will ask this question. If the answer is yes, previous year he stayed for more than 182 days. Previous year, not previous financial year. Then in the current year, he is a resident. I will tell you what is resident or non-resident. For our ease of discussion, let's keep it as resident and non-resident. The correct term is something else. I will add that in the last. He is a resident. Current year is a resident. Now, in the current year I am a resident, but in the current year if you leave India for 3 particular reasons alone, then from the date of leaving you will not be a resident. Let's say if you leave for the purpose of business or vocation is projects over there, or employment, or you are leaving India where the period of your stay is uncertain is the words used, correct? No? Uncertain. Period of stay is uncertain. You don't know when you are planning to come back. Answer, that's it. That's a simple. Okay. So in previous year if you stay for more than 182 days, in current year I am a resident. However, in current year if you leave India for these 3 purposes, then you are not a resident. Leaving India for this, then you become a non-resident. You are leaving India for other reasons, then you still continue to be a resident because previous year you stayed for more than 182 days. Are you guys following? Previous year I stayed less than or equal to 182 days. Then current year you are non-resident. I will replace this term later. Current year you are a non-resident. We will understand till here with 2-3 examples and then we will proceed. Okay, let's understand till here, guys. Let's say year 23-24, 24-25 is my current year. In previous year, let's say we'll take whom? Preeti. Okay. Preeti in the previous year stayed in India for 195 days. In current year, on 7th May 2024, she left to China. She left to China, guys. Now, this period, what is she? Resident. From the time she left, is she a resident? I will check the purpose of leaving. In simple, India whenever you come to India, check the purpose. She left to China for vacation. She wanted to go around, lot of food to eat, so she left to China for vacation. Example, guys, she wanted to go for vacation. Now, purpose is not in those 3 points. In the previous year, she stayed for more than, so she is a resident. Are you following, guys? Study math, there's a small mistake actually. I'm a vacation badla in one place. Don't message me asking, sir, why is it vacation? Other place it's vocation. Okay, study math, there is a mistake. Okay, small mistake, leave it. No, she didn't leave for vacation, sir. She left for, let's say, business or employment. She got a job in China, so she left to China for employment. Now she becomes a non-resident from 7th May only. Residential status in FEMA is not for a year. It is for a particular period. Are you following, guys? Understood till here? Easier? Okay. Now, come back. This is for previous year and current year. Let's say, same example. Last year in India, she stayed only for, let's say, 175 days. Now current year, this period she is a non-resident. Now she is leaving India. Let her leave for anything. Even if she leaves for vacation, previous year was less than, less than or equal to 182. No, it was less, yeah, so she will be a non-resident. Even if she leaves for purpose of business employment, still she will be a non-resident. Are you following, guys? Understanding? Clear? So this entire period she will be a non-resident. This is leaving India. So when you are leaving India, just check the previous year. Let's say she did not leave India itself. Whole year she was in India. Previous year she stayed for 175 days. Current year she is a non-resident. Because last year is less than or equal to 180. 2. It has to be more than 182 for her to be a resident. Are you following this, guys? So previous year less than or equal to 182, she becomes a non-resident. Next, let's say in the current year you are coming into India. Current year you are coming into India. Follow. Coming into India. Let's say any day you are coming into India current year. Okay. I will check the purpose why you are coming. If you are coming for the 3 purposes which is mentioned over here, if you are coming into India for other reasons, if you are coming into India for other reasons, then you will check other reasons. If you are coming into India for other reasons, what do? I will check the previous year if it's more than 182 days. Are you guys following? Coming into India for other reasons, then I will check the previous year. If you are coming into India for these 3 purposes, then I don't check days or previous year anything. You are straight away. Are you following, guys? Sir, are you understanding? Let's say this year, financial year 23-24, financial year 24-25. Let's say on 3rd April 24, Ricky Pointing comes to India for purpose of business. Even if he stayed here for 182 days plus, even if the previous year he stayed for more than 300 days, if you are coming into India for the purpose of these 3 purposes, you are a resident. If you come into India for these 3 purposes, do not check for days. Are you following? Only if you are coming for other reasons, then I will check previous year if it's more than 182 days or more.
You told other than the 3 reasons we have not to check the previous year. In the rectification video.
Yeah, rectification. That's what I'm asking. So this is what we learned. In rectification, if it's for other reasons, what we should do?
We should not check that previous year. He is a person resident outside India.
No.
So it's already a person residing outside India.
Which one?
So we should
He's a non-resident in the current year.
1 second. Okay. In current year coming into India, what did we discuss in rectification video?
checking the previous year. Straight away you have to treat them as person resident outside India.
In this. Yeah, correct, got it. Yeah. So other reasons we will check straight away if he is coming for other reasons. Correct. Yeah. This is what we learned, guys. Follow. No, rectification, got it. Okay. This is what we learned, correct, in class. Hello. I'll just repeat so far what I have told. Follow, guys. In previous year, if you stay for more than 182 days, then current year you are a resident. Then current year if you are leaving India for any other 3 reasons, I will check my previous year condition and take it resident or non-resident. But if you are leaving India for these 3 purpose, then you are a non-resident. That's what we learned. Now, current year, if you are coming into India, if it is for 3 purposes, you are a resident. Are you following? You are a resident if you come into India for 3 purposes. Now, this is the part where there was a rectification. This is what you all learnt. You guys, we got rectification, but not everybody saw that rectification. This is what you all learnt, guys. So here there is a small rectification, a small 10-minute video which I shared. I don't know how many of you got that video itself. So I want to again rectify. This is what we all studied. Leave you guys we rectified already. So if you are coming into India for other reasons, if you are coming into India for other reasons, this part alone there is a small change. What is that? If I am coming into India for other reasons, don't check days, you are straight away non-resident. This is the small change. Is that clear now, guys? Correct, Hari, this is the one. Yes, this is it. Are you following? I will again repeat. We will take some examples also and then before we proceed. So are you following? Is everybody, Padma, getting it?
We don't
Yeah, this is other rectification சொன்னோம். Rectification what we saw previous yearல even if it's more than 182, current year if you are coming for other reasons you are a non-resident. இதான் rectification, correct? That is how the law says. Even if you are coming into India for other than these three purposes, even if you stay for more than 182 days, you are a non-resident. This is the change. This is what is there in the study mat also. This is the exception for that limb. The logic is you are coming into India for other reasons. I can't take you a resident. You are resident only if you come into India for these purposes. Following.
Vacation came back to India.
Okay.
Last year நான் 180 days மேல இருந்திருக்கேன். இந்த financial year like say first April.
We will have examples. I will take example. Are you clear with this? Hari, this is what we discussed. Rectification you guys saw. That's it. Rectification is correct. This is the one final thing. Let me revise once, then we'll take 3-4 examples to get clarity, guys. Follow. In previous year, if you stay for more than 182 days, in current year you are a resident. That's it. Previous year you stay for less than or equal to 182 days. Current year you are a non-resident. Now, whenever you are leaving India, I will check the previous year. When I am leaving India, previous year if it's more than current year I am a resident. If you are leaving India for other than these three reasons, if you leave India for these three reasons, then you are a non-resident. Are you following? Now coming into India is where the confusion came. We should clear it. Coming into India, if you are coming into India for three purposes of business, vocation, employment or period is uncertain, then you are a resident. I am coming to India. If you are coming into India for these three purposes, don't check time period, you are a resident. Here only the slight change where if you are coming into India for other purposes other than these three, also no need to check 182 days condition. If for that year you become a non-resident, next year you check the previous year days.
This one is who's a non-resident already.
Correct. This one who's coming into India who's already a very important. Who's coming into India who's already a non-resident. Resident coming into India is anyway resident. So non-resident is coming into India. First time Ricky Pointing is coming to India for tourism. He is not a resident. Are you getting it, guys? So this part is the change we have to do from what we learnt in class. Marathon, this is the final one. Are you understanding?
Yes.
Everybody is clear? Huh?
Yes,
Let me give 2-3 examples to understand. Following, guys. Hari, clear? Rather, I'm clear. Huh?
Sir, for example,
Example I will give you. Pavitra, clear? This side everybody clear, guys? Padma, clear? No? So you guys from our offline class make the change only here, guys. I will anyway send this separate video snip to you, but make the change over here. Okay. Those who are watching in third floor, just wake up now and make note of this. Just wake your neighbors, guys. If somebody is sleeping third floor and others, this is the change you have to do, guys. Okay. Can we proceed now? Hello. Madhav, ready?
நீங்க சொல்றது எப்படின்னா லாஸ்ட் இயர் ஆல்ரெடி non-resident ஆயிட்டாங்க. இந்த வருஷம் ரிட்டர்ன் ஆகும்போது நீங்க பர்பஸ் தான் பார்க்கணும்.
Correct. India வரீங்கன்னா, if you are a non-resident, see the purpose. That's it. Okay. Already non-resident, coming into India, see purpose. Purpose for three things. Resident, coming into India for other than this. Non-resident for that year. For the year you come in. Sorry? No, doesn't matter first time or already has come. What was his status when he is coming or not going? Are you following, guys? I give examples. Follow, guys. We still have half an hour for this FEMA. Follow, guys. Now everywhere where I used resident in our above example, you should not use the word resident. FEMA uses a term called PRII, person resident in India. Wherever I use the word non-resident, person resident outside India. Are you guys following? So PROI or PRII. In the entire FEMA restriction is only for a PRII and not much for a PROI. Are you guys following? I'll tell you why we have these restrictions once I finish this residential part before current and capital account. Follow guys, all of you understanding till here? Okay. Now, let's take a simple 1 or 2 examples. We will develop the example from whatever you guys give me. Financial year 23-24, financial year 24-25, financial year 25-26. Okay. Let's say before this you are always in India. Okay. Let's take Satya for example. Satya for the first time on 16th October 24, he is leaving to Thailand. Okay. He left to Thailand guys. Okay. Now, tell me for this period until he left, what is he? PRII. Now he left and never came back till the year ending. He left for the purpose of vacation. Now, what is he guys? PROI. He is a PROI. Now let's make a small change. Instead of 16th October, let's say he left on 10th April 23 itself, beginning of the year, in the first 10 days of the year, and for whole year he was in Thailand. He came back only on, let's say, 25th March 24, year ending la vanta India. Okay. Now he left for vacation, so this period is PRII. He left for vacation, this period also he is PRII, because we are leaving for vacation. I will check previous year. Previous year so far is always in India. So it's a PR. He came back on 25th March. He stayed in India till 31st March. Now when he is coming back to India, he is already a PRII. He is already a resident. He is coming to India for what purpose? Other than 3 reasons. Now what is he? He is already a resident. So he will still be a resident. Are you following guys? Are you getting it? Okay. Now come to next year. Now for next year, what I will check? I will check his residential status in previous year. Correct? Number of days in previous year. In previous year, majority of the year he was outside India. He was in Thailand. Correct? So previous year he was in India for less than 182 days. So therefore current year, this year he will become a PROI. Are you getting it guys? He becomes a PROI. But however, we have to ask the question, he is coming back to India for what purpose? Now, he is not coming for business. He is not coming for profession. But when he comes back to India after vacation, his stay in India is uncertain. Even though his resident is coming for India, but stay is uncertain. He has no other plans of leaving India again. That means, can I assume or can I say he is come for that 3 purpose? Then I will make him PRII. I can't say PROI. Are you getting it guys? So when you go to vacation and come back to India, automatically you fall in the 3rd category of stays uncertain. So you become a PRII. Are you following guys? Clear? Next. Let's again Satya, let's say next year. Let's say on 16th September 24. This time he left to Bali. Indonesia, Bali. This time he left Bangkok, Thailand. Okay. Same only no guys, different. Same only no. Okay. So this time he went to Bali guys, but this time he went on a business trip. He went on a business trip this time. So until 16th September is a PRII. Now after he left for this period he is a, because he left India for business trip. He came back because of business trip. He was there for a long period. He came back only on, let's say, 10th October 25. Till this entire period he is a PR. Now when he comes back to India, ask the purpose. Now he is already a PROI. So PROI coming to India, ask the purpose. Is he coming for 3 purpose? Business, profession. If he is coming for 3 purpose, then he is a PR. Illa sir, he is coming for other. He is coming to India for vacation now. And is again going back. Then he becomes a PR. Are you following? but is coming to India where period is uncertain, then PRIA. Okay. Clear? Is this fine? So I want you guys to try, if you really understood this concept or not, today itself take the latest May 24 RTP. We will see if we have time today in marathon. Marathon is concepts. Take the May 24 RTP and mock test papers. Mock test paper and RTP is extremely important for LLP and FEMA, because those are the only officially released questions by ICAI apart from your ICAI study material questions. In our class we have done more questions. We have done, guys, MTP, RTP. These questions, ICAI study math, MTP, 2 MTPs and RTP for FEMA and LLP, be very clear, guys, because from ICAI study math, MTP, RTP, all template questions are there. 25 marks you will get FEMA and LLP. At least the first 2 attempts, all the exams in 2024, ICAI will ask from these template questions only, make some small changes. If the Tandi, they will not ask. Are you following, guys? That new chapters means they will generally ask easier questions now, basic straightforward questions. Here I can tell expected questions. May 24 RTP, MTP and ICAI study math, which we have anyway done in all the classes where I have taken for you guys. Are you following? All the questions I have done, MTP, RTP, ICAI study math. Clear? This alone be clear. Yes, Mohit. Correct. His doubt is, sir, certain or uncertain எப்படி கொண்டு போறீங்க? நீ தான் சொல்லணும். நீ எதுக்கு வரணும் நான் தான் கேட்பேன். So you have to make a declaration when you come for immigration process. Is your stay uncertain or certain? Correct. It's a declaration you give. Yes. Which? Thailand. No. Thailand is first case, no. Bali. Not. He's going for vacation. It's not for other. See, he's leaving India for those 3. See, that here we are assuming he will come back. He's going for vacation. We are planning his trip. So other than 3 reasons. If he's leaving to Thailand for uncertain period, then he will become PR. It depends on. That's why even the study math says the third limb, uncertain certain, is a very complex limb where it's very subjective to what the person declares. Got it? Yes, here I have not assumed, I have told he's gone for vacation. But institute will clearly give certain and uncertain. So it's a problem in practical life, not for exam. Exam will definitely drop that hint somewhere. Clear? Yes, Riya, Satya. Proper. Visa கொடுக்க மாட்டாங்களா? marathon பண்ணி டைம் கம்மியா இருக்கு, சீக்கிரமா சொல்லு. Okay, nothing. Yes, Danish, no doubt.
Yes, sir. Sir, during the vacation, he says that he will be returning only for next year, sir.
Okay, so during, good question, we have in study mat also. I went with a mindset of staying for a certain period in Thailand. But after going there, I decided, now my birth period from certain became uncertain, then the residential status will change. But like Satya says, that visa will have a validity. Tourist visa 6 months. That means you have to come back again, renew only and go. So the purpose of visa will be taken as the period. Tourist visa, that means what is it? Certain period, maximum 6 months. Are you getting it? That's your doubt, Satya? Yes. No, if he's non-resident coming into India, check the purpose. Last case when he's coming back to India. Last case when he's coming back to India on 10th October, he's already PROI. So I will check the purpose. If purpose is for 3 reasons, he's a PR. Others, PROI. Even if he stayed in this year for more than 182 days or previous year more than 182. Following? Clear, Vasundhara? Anybody else, any other doubt? Yes.
Sir, in the same vacation example, he said he will be returning he will return next year, June, sir.
Okay.
Then during this financial year 23-24, will he be...
He is saying he'll return next year, June. Thailand or Bali? Thailand. He will return next year, June. Purpose of leaving another business or profession or vacation. Leaving vacation, that means PR, II. For that thing previous year. That's it. Can we proceed, guys? Anybody has any other doubt? Clear, guys? Just to summarize one more time. Guys, we can keep debating on this, Question, let's check for this. Previous year I stayed for more than 182. Current year I am a resident. Previous year I stayed for less than or equal to 182. Current year I am not a resident. This is the standard rule. Now exceptions. Current year, even though I am a resident, if I am leaving India for 3 purposes, then you are a PR OI. If you leave India for these 3 purposes, you are a PR OI. If you come to India for these 3 purposes, you become a PR II with irrespective of days. Only when you come back to India for other reasons, still I will be considered as non-resident irrespective of days if you are a PR OI coming into India. Are you following, guys? Clear? Understanding? Now let's proceed. Now why we have FEMA? Now FEMA is going to get over in next 20 minutes. After this, concepts are lesser. We just have provisions that you have to remember. I'll tell you what they are. First of all, why we have FEMA? If you see, logic punjada, the next schedules you will understand. Let's say quickly, Dhanush from Chennai, he imported and he purchased, let's say, a t-shirt. Okay. For t-shirt, he purchased for $100. Okay. Some branded t-shirt. Now he has to pay in dollars, but he has only rupees. So he will go to money exchanger, banks for asking dollars. They will get from whom, guys? RBI. RBI get a pay, RBI, I need $100. $1 is 80 rupees. Take 8,000 rupees. 80 into 100, 8,000. RBI is saying, Nanga for $92. Wait, Dhanush. RBI went to World Bank and took a loan. $dollars. How much? $100. Gave Dhanush. Dhanush purchased that t-shirt. In the example, the person who's selling the t-shirt, let's say Tommy, okay. Tommy from US is selling that t-shirt. Tommy is happy, Dhanush is happy, RBI is not happy because they borrowed from World Bank $100. Are you guys following? Same way, later Dhanush, he started his own textile company in India. Now he is exporting shirts. Let's say Gopi from US. Gopi be used but Sami, okay. Sami, okay, in US. He purchased this t-shirt, okay. So let's say Dhanush sold it for $200 now. 80 rupees assuming per dollar. One shirt is 16,000 rupees made in India. 16,000 rupees he sold one shirt, okay. Fine. Now this Sami is paying $200 to Dhanush. Dhanush is saying, I don't need not dollars, I need rupees. So now Sami will go to RBI and tell RBI, take this $200 and give me 16,000 rupees. RBI will tell, I am searching for you only, give me that $200 and they will give 16,000 rupees. RBI will give that money to Sami, Sami will give it to Dhanush. Now Dhanush also is happy. Tommy and Sami both are happy and even RBI is happy because RBI got $200. Now they can repay the loan of $100 with interest, whatever they have left $100. First, when Dhanush purchased the shirt from Tommy, he didn't import. Later, when Dhanush sold it to Sami, he didn't export. In India, which is more? Export is more, import is more. Import is more. That means whenever an import happens, we need dollars. We beg the RBI. RBI goes and begs for dollars. Yes. He will ask his bank. That bank will ask RBI. He will ask World Bank. World Bank will ask RBI. Okay. Clear? Now next, coming to tourism. Indians go abroad for, let's say foreign nationals come to India, tourism is more. Indians going abroad for tourism is more, or foreign nationals coming to India for tourism is more? Indians going abroad. Honeymoon, you are only planning abroad. Okay, so again, Indians going abroad is more. If you are going abroad, you need dollars. Same way, last, Indians studying abroad is more, or abroad students studying in India is more? Indians studying abroad. That means always you need dollars, and RBI is always begging for dollars. So RBI is always on a dollar deficit. That's why they keep saying, come on, you do export in India, make in India pannu, promote tourism in India, let other people come and study here, you study here and so on. So there is some dollar deficit. So remember, FEMA does not keep any restriction when dollars are coming into India. Export, export promoting, export tax is exempt, all of that. Only when dollars is leaving India, we are going on deficit. That's why we have FEMA to manage this, which says if dollars is leaving India, we classify those transactions into two types: current account transactions and capital account transactions. Current and capital account. What they are saying in current and capital account transactions? In current and capital account are basically transactions which affects my trading and P&L. Capital are generally which affects my balance sheet. If you want to do these transactions, there are some restrictions over there. Basically, these restrictions are covered in approximately 6 schedules, 3 for current and 3 in capital, where they tell what is allowed, what is not allowed. Another 20-30 minutes we will finish all of this. Let's understand what is capital account transaction. For a person resident in India, if his assets or liabilities outside India is altered, or for a person resident outside India, if his assets and liabilities in India is altered, this is called a capital account transaction. Are you following? In one of these two only contingent liability will come. Where? First case we have also contingent liability. Let me give example. Let's say Ria purchased the car in Chennai. Is this a capital account transaction? No. Ria is a PRII. She is buying an asset. Asset is altered in India. It's not a capital account transaction, even though it's affecting her balance sheet in India. Ria purchased a house in New Zealand. Is this a capital account transaction? Yes. Alters assets or liabilities outside India. Adhe PROI, Ricky Ponting is buying a house in Australia. Is it covered in our standard, covered in our law act? No. Ricky Ponting is buying a house in India, asset or liability in India, then it becomes a capital account transaction. Are you following? Why contingent liability is only here? For example, let's say in US, Elon Musk took a loan. For that, Ria from India has given guarantee to the US bank that if Elon Musk doesn't repay, I will pay. Now, Ria paying this liability is doubtful. It depends on Elon Musk not paying the loan. So, for Ria, it's a contingent liability. If it becomes certain, then she has to pay. Dollar is going out of India, so it becomes a capital account transaction. Sir, apona PROI, India asset vaangana. Yes sir, why not allowing? They are allowing. It's allowed in. It's a capital asset made in India. Money is coming in India. They allow it. That we will see in schedule. So, follow very carefully. They are saying capital account transactions are not allowed unless schedules allow for it. It's the negative definition. You should not do capital account transactions. It may not allowed unless schedules allow it. Same way in current account transactions, the schedules tells yes what you can do, no what you should not do. Are you following? So exam questions will be like this. Idu pannalama, we should not do it or not. So let me quickly go there. So dealing in foreign exchange, one more thing. Dealing in foreign exchange between anybody in India is not allowed. No person shall deal in foreign exchange in India unless they do it through an authorized person, who's authorized to deal with foreign exchange. Meaning Elon Musk comes to India, goes to Sangeeta Hotel and he pays money. He pays in dollars. He can't pay. No person in India should accept dollars. Let's say, sir, I want Netflix account, not Indian Netflix. I want US Netflix account. So I asked my friend in US. He gave me his credentials. I am making the payment because I want to use the account. You are paying dollars outside India directly without a authorized person, not allowed. Are you following? For example, selling dollars in India to a friend for consideration. Sir, in Vietnam, my brother has some dollars. I am selling it to my friend. No, not allowed. Paying Netflix membership in US for your friend there, or paying for your own account over there. From here, not allowed. Elon Musk eating in Sangeeta restaurant and paying in dollars. Not allowed. Shivaji movie, that Hawala transaction. Not allowed. Entering into a financial transaction in India to acquire any asset outside India. Not able to understand, sir. Ria has a house in New Zealand. So I'm giving her, here take Ria 10 lakhs. She took 10 lakh rupees here, or she took some dollars here. I'm buying the asset over there. Any of the forex transactions should happen through an authorized representative. Are you guys following? Now coming to schedules, guys. Schedule, simple. Current account there are 3 schedules. Capital account there are 3 schedules. You have to memorize these points in schedules wherever limits come, which is allowed and which is not allowed. First, schedule 1 of, I will finish current account, guys. Straightforward exam questions. If you see, look at the RTP, they will tell, when there is one RTP or MTP question, somebody in India is doing a remittance out of lottery winnings. Can they do it? No. Like that they will ask, Panlama Ilya, yes or no. That's how your questions will be. Are you following, guys? So in schedule 1 they say, for these transactions, foreign exchange is prohibited, not allowed. You can't take foreign exchange out of India for this. Remittance out of lottery winnings. Sir, I won lottery in Kerala. Can I take the money out of India? No. Already won lottery. Don't take it outside India. Next. Remittance of income from racing, riding or any other hobby. I participated in horse race in Chennai, Madras Race Club. I won it. Can I take the money outside? No. Remittance for purchase of lottery tickets, banned or prescribed magazines, football pools or sweepstakes. Kamesh, are you following? Okay. Remittance for purchase of lottery tickets. You want to buy a lottery ticket in US? Not allowed. If you see this French show, there will be this lottery happening in US that you can't buy. Any banned or prescribed magazine, you can't, already banned. For that you can't put forex in, buy. Football pools, no football betting, like Dream 11 in India, other countries have their apps. You can't play that over here, from here. Like this, these are not allowed, means not allowed. Sir, now Panta sir, I didn't tell you, I have this sir. Now, helmet, if you don't wear helmet, 1000 rupees penalty. But without helmet you are driving. Nobody caught me. What is it? You didn't get caught. You are in non-compliance of law, but you are not penalized yet. Sir, I purchased, sir. Lottery ticket, sir, US lottery. I purchased magazines and kept, sir. It's there in my house, sir. Nobody knows about it. Now, that means you are in non-compliance of law by using FEMA, but you are not caught. Are you following, guys? Clear? Let's proceed. Okay. Fine, come back to topic, guys. After exams, we discuss all of that. Next. Now, we are going to explain some terms. Considering marathon, I can't explain logic of these terms. Anyway, in our regular class for everybody, we have spent at least 4 to 5 hours on FEMA. Each of these points, what is callback service, what is non-resident special scheme, what is dividend balancing, I explain. You don't have to know the logic for exam. What is dividend balancing? No need logic. For those watching marathon, just understand, if you pay for commission on exports towards equity investment in joint venture, or if you pay for dividend balancing, or if you pay for callback service, or if money is interest through non-resident special rupee scheme, all these are not allowed. So in the question, if you find dividend balancing, not allowed. Are you following? Considering marathon, I am not teaching you what is dividend balancing. We have regular videos for that, online students recording, you can take that and watch it. Okay, fine. Following, if you have the time to spend 5-6 hours, but I am sure everybody knows this. Clear? I will only focus on the key points where limits are there. Payment of commission on export under rupee state credit route, except commission up to 10% of invoice value of export of TN. If you export goods in India, let's say I want to sell water bottle. Okay, now water bottle I sold outside India. How I sold? I had an agent there. Rajaram is my agent in UK. He helped me do the sale. I can't pay him commission. Not allowed. Commission is allowed up to 10% of invoice value if I am exporting tea and tobacco, because that time India was one of the largest exporters of tea and tobacco, so they are allowing commission up to 10%. Are you following, guys? These are all completely prohibited. Coming to the most exam la கேக்குறதுக்கு top schedule is schedule 3. It's a scheme called LRS scheme, liberalized remittance scheme. What is he saying in the scheme? Up to $250,000 you can freely use per individual. Sir, in my family we have 4 people, then you can use 250,000 into 4. You can do clubbing also. One person can use 4 lakh, other person can use 2 lakh. I can mix and match, but maximum 4 for the most common purposes. Why you go abroad? Adana cover pannittom. Sir, appo idhukku maarna I can't go abroad, sir. I have medical treatment. I need $5 lakh. You can do it. Get permission of RBI. What are these things? Private visit to any country. Satya wants to go to Thailand. Private visit. He can take up to $250,000. Adu manually he needs money. Get permission of RBI. Gift or donation. Going abroad for employment. Straightforward points. Maintenance of close relative abroad. Then after going to Thailand, he made a relative over there. For maintenance of that relative, he can withdraw up to $250,000. Travel for attending a conference or specialized training. Then studies abroad, medical treatment or all of any other current account transaction up to $250,000. இங்க எது கேட்பாங்க எக்ஸாம்ல? I'm focusing exam oriented. You can't withdraw this money if it's for Nepal and Bhutan. Are you following? Because you can pay in rupees. For limited கிடையாது, நீ எவ்வளவு rupeesல கொடுத்துக்கோ. Okay, next. Whatever I've underlined here, immigration, studies abroad and for medical treatment, whatever is underlined, for those things you need to get proof, certificate if you are crossing the limit. Like studies abroad, college should give a certificate. Medical treatment, hospital should give certificate. Immigration, that particular country visa department should give it. So for these purposes, if you are crossing the limit for all of this, you need to provide the evidence has to be given. Are you following, guys? Whatever is there, even if it's within the limit, they will ask for evidence. Okay, next, this is schedule 1 and 3. Next we have schedule 2. Here also it's all little dry points, guys. Whether I teach in marathon or regular, these are points which you need to be aware of, where these are allowed only with permission of Government of India and there are some departments. Straightforward understanding points. I'll just give you randomly few points for you to see. Cultural tours, they ask in RTP and MTP, allowed only if Ministry of HRD allows. Then this is the latest question which came in mock test paper. Remittance of prize money, sponsorship of sports activity abroad by a person other than international, national or state level sports body, if amount involved exceeds $1 lakh. For example, BCCI is conducting IPL in Dubai. For that they want to withdraw $10 lakh to give for man of the match or of the finals or something. Is there any limit? No. If a sports body of international, national or state level is making a contribution, there is no limit. There is no limit up to 1 lakh. No limit. Only if private bodies, let's say TCS is conducting international football tournament, in that TCS wants to withdraw money. Apart from this, then you have to get up to 1 lakh, more than 1 lakh, get permission of Ministry of Human Resource Development. Are you following, guys? Like this we have some, this is one limit, this is another limit. Advertisement in foreign print media for the purpose other than promotion of tourism, foreign investment and international bidding, if the amount exceeds $10,000. How do you understand this point? Now who is doing the advertisement? Public sector undertaking is doing advertisement for what purpose? If they are doing for purpose other than tourism, foreign investment, international bidding. So tourism, foreign investment, international bidding. What is the limit? No limit. If you are doing for other than these 3 cases, limit of 10,000. If the advertisement is done by public sector undertaking, sir, purila sir, let's say public sector undertaking, BSNL is doing a Facebook advertisement in other countries saying we are launching BSNL 3G now. Okay, now it is for purpose other than tourism, what is it? Foreign investment or international bidding. It's for other than these three, then limit is 10,000. If BSNL is saying they are doing for tourism, come on, come visit India, you will get signal everywhere. Then if it's for tourism purpose, there is no limit. Are you guys following? Understanding? Like this you have to break down all these points. How do you remember this for exam? Just be aware of the points. Multimodal transport. Keywords da use pannuvom. Multimodal doing multiple transports, or remittance of hiring charges by transponders for TV channels or internet service providers, Hathway, all of that. Remittance of freight for vessel chartered by PSU, or remittance for container retention charges. All these are allowed only with permission of Government of India. Here there are two limits in this schedule. 10,000 for PSU, 1 lakh for sports. This 1 lakh sports they asked in mock test paper. Are you following, guys? Clear? This, beyond this there is not. I can explain what is transponders. It transfers signal here and there, but they will not ask you all of that. We are in a marathon, just be aware. In the schedule allowed only with Government of India's approval. Are you following? Like this we have one more schedule for other than individuals in current account. Again these are 4 points. I am not going to brief much. Here there are limits, guys. Quickly. Point 3 talks about consultancy service. Consultancy is of 2 points. If consultancy is for investment, consultancy is for others. So I didn't know what to do. I am calling some foreign expert to give me consultancy how to do VFX in movie. It's for consultancy other than infrastructure. I am calling some foreign construction company to help me build a flyover. So if it's for other than these purposes, then the limit is 1 million. Other than it is $1 million in dollars. If it is for infrastructure, it is 10 million in dollars. Are you following? If you are importing consultancy service for infrastructure, $10 million. Other than infrastructure, $1 million. Are you guys following? Perfect. Like this there are 4 points. Commission per transaction to agents abroad. This no broker app is there. Agents help us buy or sell houses. For sale of residential flat or commercial plots in India exceeding 25,000 or 5% of the inward remittance, whichever is more. What is this? Sir, my house in India, somebody abroad is buying. I have a house in Chennai. I sold it to Ricky Ponting. I was able to sell to Ricky Ponting because I found a broker there. For that broker, the commission should not exceed $25,000 or 5% of the inward remittance, whichever is more. Are you following? 25,000 or 5%. You have to make notes for this case. Our Gen Z notes will be very helpful. Just make crisp notes. Donations exceeding 1% of the foreign exchange earnings during the 3 previous years or 5 million, whichever is less. Donation for all these purposes. Donation for some technical institution, some research, or some buying some chairs in reputed institutes. Not these chairs. Buying chairs means buying some seats, designation, all of that. Donation for seats. Are you following, guys? Clear? Understanding? And last point here, remittance exceeding 5% of investment brought into India or US dollars 1 lakh, whichever is higher, by an entity in India by way of disbursement of pre-incorporation after investment comes into India. If you are doing reimbursement of pre-incorporation expense, reimbursement of pre-incorporation expense should not exceed 5% of investment brought into India or 1 lakh, whichever is higher. Are you following? Are you getting it, guys? I am not teaching the concept. I am telling you. Remember these limits, guys. These, if up to this limit we can do it. Beyond this we can't do it. Next, what is this dabba? If anybody from other than India, foreign nationals come to India and work in India, salary earned here can be taken back. You can't tell you can't take salary back because they are coming here for working. But if that person is from Pakistan, then he can't take the money back to Pakistan. Are you following? That is one. And the duration of such job shall not exceed 3 years. Are you following? Clear? No other option than remembering these points. Clear? Then there are some exemptions. This is not that important. If it comes from RFC account, EEFC account, then there is no approval needed. In simple, if money comes from RFC, resident foreign currency, or exchange earners foreign currency, no approval. Logic. These accounts will be in dollars. Are you following? Okay, next. Similarly, capital account transactions, there is one schedule which says schedule 1 is what PRII can do, schedule 2 is what PROI can do, and schedule 3 is important, prohibited capital account transaction. Let me finish off this part quickly because this they are asking in MTP RTP. Now, just like how current account has a limit of 2 lakh 50, capital account also has a limit of 2 lakh 50. But this transaction you cannot do with some countries which is not allowed by Financial Action Task Force. FATF is a department of government, very strong and powerful, where they don't allow you to do transactions with some countries, like some non-cooperative countries and terrorist countries. This FATF does not allow if you give funds for them, and also they don't allow you to do transactions with people in North Korea. You can't buy or sell any assets. தெரியாம நீ வாங்கிட்டேனா you have to sell within 180 days. Are you following, guys? Okay. Why North Korea? If you visit North Korea for tourism, you will not have freedom. There will be always a guide with you. You can't take video in North Korea. They will confiscate your phone. You have to go around. அவன் எங்க சொன்னாங்க நீ photo எடுக்கணும். You can't record videos. It's a very highly dictatorship country. You will not have basic freedom rights also, but recording is there. I should be safe. Next. Okay. The person resident outside India is prohibited from making investment in India. Like let's say Ricky Ponting outside India cannot make investment in India in the following businesses. Again you should remember, in the business of chit fund Ricky Ponting can't invest. In business of Nidhi company, agriculture or plantation activities you can't invest. Real estate business or construction of farmhouse not allowed. But what is allowed is the term real estate does not include development of township. That means township development they can invest. Construction of residential or commercial premises. Let's say ICA nearby, they're constructing an apartment called One Crest. It's construction of residential house, they can invest from outside India. Let's say next to ICA, have you seen this big One Crest building, guys? One house is 15 crores there. Let's say Ricky Ponting wants to buy a house there, he can buy. Construction of residential or he's constructing, or construction of roads and bridges, real estate infrastructure trust, they can invest. What he can't invest, real estate business apart from this two, or construction of farmhouse, not allowed. Are you following, guys? Clear? They don't talk about acquisition here, it's subject to interpretation. Construction, acquisition of farmhouse, not allowed. Okay, next. Trading in TDRs, transferable development rights. What is TDR? Let's say, for example, Satya's house is here or Satya's office is here. Okay. Metro construction is coming here. So Satya's office is going to become new metro station. So government has taken away his property, but government won't give him money. They will give him TDRs. This has ownership in this land. After 10 years when metro comes here, sorry, after 15 years when metro comes here, now Satya can sell these TDRs. He can sell the ownership in land without selling the land. Are you following? This TDRs will take the value from the land. It's like owning real estate but in paper. Are you following, guys? Transferable development rights you can't buy. TDRs are given by government when they give consideration for surrender of land from owner, for confiscation, for whatever purpose. Are you understanding? These are not allowed. These two schedules are opposite. PRII allowed. Let me read some examples just for you to be familiarized. Only 5 more minutes. I am not reading the points. The point is if investment by a person resident in India in foreign securities. I will read the example. Let's assume Shah Rukh Khan from India. Shah Rukh is buying Tesla shares. Indian resident buying shares outside India. Shah Rukh is taking loan from World Bank. Foreign currency loan raised in India and abroad by a person resident in India. Are you following up? Transfer of immovable property outside India by a person resident in India. Shah Rukh is selling his house in Dubai. Are you getting it? Are you understanding? Okay. Next, you read this point. Guarantee issued by a person resident in India in favor of person resident outside India. Shah Rukh was giving guarantee for Musk for taking loan taken by Musk. Our example, Riya is giving guarantee for Musk taken by loan, allowed. Shahrukh is holding forex notes. He can have up to the limit of 2,50,000. Next, Shahrukh is borrowing from Warren Buffett. Allowed. Look at the wordings. Loans and overdraft borrowing by a person resident in India. Shahrukh from a person resident outside India. Shahrukh borrowing from Warren Buffett. Are you getting it, guys? Example per se, it will be very easy. That's why I gave example in the book itself. Next. Having balance in Swiss bank, maintenance of foreign currency account allowed. Next, taking an insurance policy by person resident in India from an insurance company outside India. Biggest insurance company in the world, Allianz German. You are taking insurance from Allianz German. Are you following? Like this, these points, loans and overdraft. Shahrukh giving loan to Elon Musk. Taking loan or giving loan. Remittance outside India of capital assets of a person resident in India. What is this? Now, person resident in India. Shahrukh already sold his house. He sold this house. Shahrukh selling his house in Dubai. Now, this money, if it comes into India, again is remitting outside India of capital of a person resident in India. Shahrukh, let's say, is selling his house in Chennai and this money is taking it outside India. There will be some restrictions up to 2,50,000. This is 2,50,000 is for common everything, guys. Wherever I am telling you, all these are allowed. Correct? All these allowed should not cross 2,50,000. That only I gave it here. See. No person can undertake to enter into any transaction in Schedule 1 if it's crossing 2,50,000 per financial year. That means whatever I am saying allowed here in the Shahrukh example, everything, it's allowed up to 2,50,000. And last one, undertakes derivative contracts. Shahrukh trading in derivatives in US stock exchange. He's buying and selling in US stock exchange, Nasdaq. Are you following? Exactly opposite points is for a person resident outside India. For example, Elon Musk is buying ICA building in Chennai. Are you from there? Or next, say acquisition. Next, Elon Musk is selling the ICA building in Chennai and takes the money back to US. These are allowed. Are you following, guys? The difference between this schedule and previous is, if you look at the previous schedule, here you have only transfer of immovable property outside India. Shahrukh is selling his house in Dubai. But here they also added acquisition and transfer of immovable property. That means Elon Musk can buy building in Chennai and he can also later transfer it, and after transfer it, read point G. It's related. He can buy in India, sell in India and remit the money back outside India. So Elon Musk can come to India, buy Chennai ICA building, sell that building, take the money and go back. Are you following, guys? Clear? Then other points are same. Elon Musk giving guarantee for Vijay Mallya loans to India. Elon Musk and Shahrukh giving deposits to each other. Your friend bringing currency notes into India. These are all similar opposite points. Are you following, guys? Have a quick read in the note. Just be aware. For this, they have not given limit of 2,50,000. Only for Schedule 1. The limit of 2,50,000 is given only for Schedule 1, guys. They have not given it for Schedule 2. Following. This is FEMA. Are you all getting it till here, guys? Are you able to follow what you should read for exam? The last 10 minutes, I didn't teach you anything much. I just read what is there in the book. I genuinely don't like doing that, but at least I wanted to tell for those who are reading first time, what is allowed, what is not allowed. If I just summarize, current account has Schedule 1, Schedule 2, Schedule 2, Schedule 3, and they have a schedule for non-individuals. Capital account also has 3 schedules, Schedule 1, Schedule 2 and Schedule 3, correct? Now capital account, the last schedule what we saw is prohibited. That investment in Nidhi, chit fund, South Korea, North Korea, all these are prohibited. Capital account Schedule 1, what is allowed for PR, II up to 2,50,000. Schedule 2 is what is allowed for a PROI for assets and liabilities in India, capital account, correct? Current account Schedule 1, prohibited allowed. Dividend callback service, dividend balancing, lottery ticket, Schedule 1. Schedule 3 is allowed in a scheme called LRS scheme up to 2,50,000. Schedule 2 is Government of India approval. You need Government of India, central government approval for things like cultural tours. Generally these are done by organizations, non-individuals, so not organizations like government is doing, PSUs and the non-individual we have 4 points. It's allowed up to a particular. Here there are 4 limits. That buying chairs, then so residential plot commission, all of that. This is for those 4 specific transactions. You need to get permission of RBI for this. So you should know which falls over there. Wherever there is a limit, if you are aware, you can get your full 10 marks in FEMA wherever it comes. Material, everybody has soft copy or hard copy. That's about it. Are you following, guys? To end, one last point in FEMA. If I would have given a note towards the ending. If a person resident in India, a person resident outside India acquired some assets and liabilities in India when he was a PRII, he can continue to have it, correct? This is one general exception. When a PRII purchased some assets and liabilities outside India, when he is a PROI, he can continue to have it. Example, let's say Ricky Pointing coming to India, when he became a PRII, when he bought some asset in Chennai, he can continue to have it even after becoming PROI. No restriction in that. He can do anything with that house, no limit. PRII, Sundar Pichai went to Google US. He outside India in US, he bought a house in US when he is a PROI. So if you are a PRII today, but you got an asset or liability outside India, when you are a PROI, such asset liability can be done. You can do anything with that without any limit. These are one general exemptions that we have without any limit. Are you following this, guys? First one, this one is basically PROI purchased asset liability in India when he was a PRII. He purchased or also inherited. They also use the word inherited in both. Purchased or inherited in India when he was a PRII. Same way PRII purchased asset liability. You purchased asset liability outside India when you were there and when you were a PROI. This is allowed. General exemptions. Are you following, guys? Ensure for these 2 chapters, FEMA and LLP, you guys go through the RTP, MTP and past exam questions once. Now it will be easy. With this we conclude FEMA and LLP. Any doubts, anybody? Perfect. Okay. Okay. Let's proceed our